Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Brambeard. What's up, guys? I'm TJ Firebeard, and as always, that very blurry person is Richmond.
Blurry? How am I blurry? I'm not blurry. I look good. Look good like always.
Yeah. How's it going, buddy?
Good. Another week down. Just trying to not be stuck in the house anymore. So just kind of hanging out, getting ready to play some Arkham Horror. Excited about it.
I'm really excited. I was gonna have the new puppy. I was gonna have the puppy in my lap, but like it's 9 o'clock and that puppy needs to be asleep.
Hello to everyone in chat already. MVM David says I can't. He says I can't wait to see Jeremy Salinas playing Barkham Horror tonight, or is it Jeremy Howard? Are there other Jeremys I should know about?
No, there's not. There's absolutely none.
The best part is the Jeremy that is playing is muted, so you can't hear him swearing at you right now.
He's nodding incessantly on the Discord, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Fizzy Piranha says here for the train wreck.
That is, and now he is taken aghast.
Yeah, am I actually blurry? Is that a thing?
No, it balanced. It balanced back out.
Okay,
you're good. You're good now, man.
Hello.
You're good.
Hello.
What's up?
Yeah. The other thing that we need to talk about before we bring on our guest, since he can't say anything back, is if you are a subscriber, you have access to Beardy. Jeremy's favorite emote in all the world.
I'm gonna put some beardies in chat.
Yeah, throw some beardies in chat. And you'll see as we play the game, we're a couple subscribers close to our second emote, which is a anthropomorphic old school microphone.
I've called him Mikey for short, just until somebody names him.
Yeah, so if we hit the 15 if subscriber point mark, we'll let our chat and or anyone who's here name him. Yeah. So we're throwing it in your hands. So good luck.
Throwing it in your hands, and also don't forget to check. If you pay for Amazon, you already get a free sub to a channel on Twitch. You already pay for it.
You're a submarine captain. Is that the Seinfeld reference?
I don't know.
But let's go ahead and meet our guest.
Meet our guest.
You may know him from such things as I don't know, things
and stuff.
He wears he's riding his old school bike around Roanoke.
Penny farthing.
He's also the star of the new movie Borat. No, just kidding. It's Jeremy Holmes, everybody.
Jeremy!
Old green peg, old droopy dog.
Am I not muted anymore?
No,
depends.
Okay. In that case, I got some things to say to you people. Fizzy, Christina, you're on my side. There will be no train wreck. I need some support apparently in the chat. I need you, Christina.
It'll be a train wreck for sure. It may not be your fault though.
Oh, okay. I'll take that. Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. This seemed like a fitting thing to do. We're coming up on Halloween, and you're the green peg, so we're going to play a little bit of some Arkham Horror living card game. Very, very fitting. And you like cats, so you got cats somewhere around you.
Well, this also makes up for
over there.
This also makes up for us not having conventions and the three of us not having old man breakfast at some diner somewhere. So this
Jeremy just giving up.
First watch oatmeal.
First watch opened here in Roanoke, and I have been tempted. I mean, going to eat oatmeal without you guys making fun of me for eating oatmeal is just not the same. Like
I think when I came to
just eating oatmeal.
I think when I came into town, I think it was 2 years ago, or almost 2 years ago, right before our daughter was born. The first watch had like just opened, and I think I texted you from the first watch saying, "I think I'm going to have some oatmeal."
Yeah, I think you like highlighted the oatmeal thing. You know what? I don't regret it. That oatmeal, it hit the spot, man.
Hey,
that was
you went hard the night before.
Sticks to your ribs,
right?
Sets you up for the day.
I think that was post Steak and Shake oatmeal, wasn't it?
That was after you took a small nap on the floor of Steak and Shake.
Yeah.
And,
Well, I mean,
and, who,
less
and who
about that,
has
the
it?
better. Yeah.
And who has
The random Steak and Shake.
No one with any self-esteem. That's for sure.
No, Steak and Shake does not have oatmeal in Kentucky Fried Dice. He took a nap on the floor of the Steak and Shake that night, and the next day he was still just he needed some oatmeal to flush it.
Let's move on. Let's move
I
on.
was gonna say, I hope that the Roanoke City public department is not watching.
They're not watching.
Yeah, I mean, I do have a bit of a reputation in my hometown here. Okay, TJ.
Of not driving your bike fast enough.
Yeah,
and getting yelled at.
Yeah, I did discover actually that that was my ex-wife who yelled at me to pedal faster. So
fantastic.
Yeah, so it was done in good fun, but it's funny because I for whatever reason didn't recognize her car, so it haunted me.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Just a side note, I have my bicycling kit has Cookie Monster on it, and it says I bike and eat cookie. And I was riding, and then like 2 cars came by and made a Cookie Monster impression as they drove by, and then circled and did it again.
Then they would have thrown cookies. Like they passed by and they just threw cookies at you.
I was like 25 miles in. I would have taken the damn cookies.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying it wouldn't have been appreciated. It would have been hilarious and useful. And really, what better situation could you ask for?
That's fair.
That's
a one. Fair indeed. Let's get on this.
So are we going to do this?
I think we're here to play a board game. I don't remember. It just feels good to talk.
Something like that.
We're just here to chat.
Yeah, that's true. We actually haven't actually just chatted with our human voices in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So yeah, it's I have to say, and I'm sure everyone is feeling this, the lack of con season. I don't think I appreciated the extent to which I looked forward to cons, because preparing for them is sometimes it's a bit of work, right?
Sure.
And then we're gone for a week, and my job is waiting for me when I get back, and you focus a little bit on the what's it going to take to do this, and then this year, not having had it. Yeah, I think we've all had this experience of really understanding how much those touchstones with getting it built, getting the opportunity to meet with our community and our friends, especially since so many of us are spread out, how actually just really important that was. So it's hit. I know it's hit all of us at Blue Pig Pink Pig pretty hard. Not being able to connect. So I appreciate the chance to just chat. I think folks probably want to watch us play a game, but we could just drink and talk all night too, if that's a thing that's Twitch worthy.
I mean, there is an entire section called just chatting for that.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
yeah,
but no,
we definitely missed them.
That's the reason we have this Twitch channel. Is we just
me and Richmond got fed up.
Yeah, it's like, oh, when are you going to be in town? Never.
So, when are you going to be in town and it is safe for me to see you? Never.
Yeah.
So
it's like, I'm driving through Kentucky, can't see you.
Right. Just pass, just wave.
Yeah,
bye, friends.
Bye. I miss you. Bye.
I miss you.
Why is Yukon Cornelius crying on the side of the road? Because if I kept driving, it'd be dangerous.
Oh, all right.
I'm gonna transition over. Let's fire this thing up.
Yeah. So I've warned you a bit that my facility with Tabletop Simulator is okay. So I might have some control questions as I work through this. And I did review the rules for the game. I didn't want to look like a complete idiot. I think you expect me to look like a little bit of an idiot. I don't want to disappoint you.
Just look like yourself.
There he is. There's the TJ reminding me why
he actually doesn't miss conventions.
So bad. This isn't so bad. At any rate, I think I've got this, and I'm ready to. What is it? Meowlithotep? Is that who we're going
Meowthotep,
after here?
I think it is.
Meowlithotep. Okay.
You're here for all our Cthulhu reference, so
Yeah.
I want to hear you pronounce all the things.
Oh, good. Well, they're all fun. One thing I will say is that you said you haven't played this since we did a demo of this when it was coming out at Gen Con.
Yeah, I purchased a copy to play with my stepson, and then it's been sitting on the shelf for like a year. So I actually opened his copy to break out the rule book. So yeah, I touched it when we did the demo, and that's it. I haven't looked at it since, unfortunately.
Yeah. I honestly fell in love with it then. And me
Yeah.
and Richmond have just kind of built on it since then, but
yeah.
Well, Patrick got super into it, and he
I remember
became,
that.
yeah, like a big evangelist for the game, which is part of the reason why I got it to play with Alexander, is because he was flogging it so hard. Patrick was. So I'm looking forward. Like, this is going to be good for me just to um, have some facility with the game and convince Alexander that it's time to play.
For sure. All right. Let's do the briefest of overview of rules, and then we'll hop right into it. But
Okay.
so David, thank you for the $10.
Are you serious?
I don't want this to influence the result of this really seriously. Everything above board. I mean it. Hey, David, I see you. Just thank you for the $10. But also, I see you. We'll talk later.
Oh, also, David, I haven't written the questions yet for tomorrow, so
That's also true.
Wink, wink. I gotcha. But seriously, thank you.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. But yeah, the overview. First, the quick rundown of this is we're playing. If anybody's ever played Arkham Horror, Eldritch Horror, Mansions of Madness, this is in the same vein of that game, except it's a card game, and it's in Fantasy Flight's living card game system, which is it's kind of like a collectible, but when you buy a pack, you get everything in that pack, in that system, in that cycle, and you don't have to look for those boosters. And this one, we are going to be playing the Meddling of Meowlithotep. And
sure.
I don't know. Meowlithotep. I mean, it's a gibberish word, right? So this was actually a April's Fool's joke that they published last year, and they made it real. Oh God, I just punched my microphone. So they made it real, and they put new art. They put it all together, and it's a one-shot scenario. So this is if you ever want to try this and see what the full spectrum of this would be, this is a real good jumping in spot because it's not a campaign like they normally are. This is a nice, just quick in and see how it is. But as for the rules, it's going to flow as such. Let me try and frame that a little bit better here. So, yeah, that's perfect. So, the way the rounds are going to work is there's going to be a Mythos Phase, which is how the game is going to attack us and advance the game itself. That doesn't happen in the first round, but normally we're going to place a doom on the agenda. Agenda is the story of the game, and we advance it if it happens to meet its threshold. And then we all are going to draw a card from the encounter deck, and that is the things we find in this city as we're going around. Then each of us are going to have an investigation phase. It's going to start with whomever on our team that we choose to go first, and we'll go clockwise from there. Everyone's going to take a turn, and we're going to perform 3 actions. There's a big list of actions that we can take. We won't go over them here, but you'll see them as we go. Then the enemies are going to have a chance to attack us. They're going to hunt us if they have a keyword that allows them to hunt. And if they don't, they will stay where they are. But if they do and are engaged with us, means they are physically with our characters, they will attack us if they're able to. Once they do that, we're going to go to the Upkeep Phase, which just resets everything back, readies everything, and then we're going to draw cards and we're going to get a resource, and then we're going to check our hand size, which is a hand size of maximum of 8. Discard down to that, and then we cycle through until either we all die or we defeat Meowthotep. And yes, it is also, I like to think, the Pokemon. Meowth.
It's not.
It is.
It's not. TJ, you got to get into this. This is not a Pokemon Lovecraft crossover. Okay.
I'm just reading the chat over here.
That someone is furiously writing it down, that idea right now.
Yeah, no. Extra Hot Please is writing fan fiction about Meowthotep right now and his adventures with Team Rocket. This is brought to you from being a dad of a 6-year-old who is obsessed with Pokemon right now. All right. So
my kids are into Airbender. That's what, or yeah.
Avatar: Last Airbender.
Avatar, yeah, they're super into that right now. We all got t-shirts.
It's very good. I may or may not have something from that show tattooed on my body somewhere. Just saying.
Good for you. Good for you, TJ.
All right. So one thing that's cool about this game is, or this scenario that we're playing is, we are playing as dogs, the dogs of Arkham Horror. And we all have a specific dog that we're playing as. I am playing Bark Harrington. Bark Harrington is the best of the best, trained in paw-to-paw combat. Who just flipped my card?
I did accidentally, because I don't know what I'm doing.
He takes pride in being the protector of humanity, a shield against the feline forces that threaten to invade the world. But will his weapon be skill enough, or is he all bark and no bite? That's who my... Jeremy, who are you?
Yeah, go for Jeremy.
Okay, so I am Duke, who does, if I recall, appear in the Arkham Horror, all the Arkham Horror sets. And I'm sure you did this on purpose because my background is
I mean,
well spoken, sir.
What else needs to be said? It's a tragic history, but he's well on the road to recovery.
That was as good as I could have hoped.
Speaking of a road to recovery, I am Skids O'Drool, the Pound escapee. Skids O'Drool always wanted to be a good boy, but his nose for trouble kept landing him in the pound where the, quote, bad dogs go. Usually this was because of his favorite pastime, begging to go for a car ride, then fervently wrenching the wheel away from the hapless human. How this obsession with cars began, we may never know. All we know is that other drivers should be careful when Skids is on the loose.
Can we talk about
Also,
the art? Can we talk about the art?
Can we translate that, please?
The art is so good.
Oh, the art's wonderful.
Yeah. I give Fantasy Flight credit for going all in.
They did.
The dog crossover stuff here. It's great.
All right. So now that we know who we are, we got to figure out what we're doing. And the first thing we've got to do is read our intro and do our little choose your own adventure story. So, are you ready?
Mm-hmm. Let's do this.
It is a dark and stormy night in the storied and haunted city of Barkham. By the time you hit the streets, it is raining cats and dogs. But you've picked up the scent of something big, and once you sink your teeth into a story, you can't let it go. A little wet fur never stopped you from finding the truth. Strange happening has been going on in Barkham. Cat sightings are at an all-time high, and each day, more and more pigeons go missing. While this normally wouldn't be newsworthy, you know that there is more to this story than meets the eye. After all, while a few cats are harmless and adorable, most are nefarious schemers. You've heard the whispers and howls on the wind. The order of dead rodents on the doorstep is back, and whatever they're plotting, only you can stop it. You're heading back to your home in Slobbertown, the Barkham neighborhood closest to the docks, when you catch the whiff of something foul and pungent in the air. Whatever is causing such an acrid stench must be nearby. But just then, another scent. Jeremy, do we follow the foul stench, or do we follow the scent of bacon?
God, what would Duke? Duke's a good boy, so if he knows the foul scent, obviously is where we need to go to track down the the Order of the Dead Rodent. So
Order of the Dead Rodents.
Yeah, so as tempting as the bacon is, we're going to follow the foul scent.
Okay, we're gonna follow that foul scent. No,
Plus, Duke prefers the beautiful bean footage.
He
as
does.
opposed to bacon.
no, you cannot be dissuaded, not even by thoughts of tasty bacon and ear scratches from all of the humans who congregate around Velma's doghouse. This investigation is too important. You continue tracking the awful odor until you come upon its source. A hairball hacked up in an alleyway by the docks. Of course, if this isn't proof of feline involvement, you don't know what it is. Then you hear it. Herk, herk. There's only one thing it could be. Jeremy, do we confront the barfy cat, or do we follow the cat to its lair?
Ooh, I don't know why all the pressure's on me here. I guess
You're our guest.
You're a guest.
I know. I didn't realize there'd be so much pressure. We need to get to the source of this, so we can't. We got. I'm trying to think of what the appropriate dog pun would be. We got sink our teeth. No, we're gonna follow. We're just gonna follow to the lair.
To the lair, okay.
I'm a hunter. I'm a bloodhound. So I'm a
Yeah.
searching dog. I'm not gonna
You're
get this.
you're droopy and ready to go.
Right.
You track the scent of the cat and follow from a distance. Eventually, it leaves the docks and makes its way southeast towards Snout Side. What would a cat be doing out this way? Your question is answered when a creature is picked up by a robed human outside the manor house of the Barkham Historical Society, an organization devoted to educating the populace about the noble cats of the city. It makes sense that the reviled cult would be involved in this plot. The humans bring the cat indoors, presumably to feed it and give it treats and such. Your blood boils. Curse you, foul cat! How dare you trick these humans into thinking you're cute and fluffy and not evil at all? We will begin play in Snout Side.
Snout side, snout side, snout side.
So Snout Side is going to be right here. We're going to place our mini cards on Snout Side.
Did you just make that song up just now, Richmond, or is that something?
Oh, that's actually from the soundtrack to Barkham Horror?
That was a Richmond Bramble original freestyle. So,
alrighty.
I don't know where mine went.
You lost your card?
Maybe.
Let's find it.
It was right over here.
It's right over here. I got it. I got Schizo Drool.
Ah, there we go. Okay.
Alrighty. So, now to finish the setup. Gathering all the cards, we did that. We're going to put all the locations into play. Each investigator begins play at where we investigated. Find and shuffle the Meowsk enemies. So we'll shuffle these guys. Remove one from the game without looking at it, Richmond.
Whoop.
Okay, and now we are going to place one of each of the remaining Meowsk's enemies face down beneath each of the following locations.
Okay.
Barkham Asylum.
Just put it there for now.
Yeah. Barkham City Pound.
Yep. Oh, there we go.
Velma's Doghouse.
It's up here.
Okay. Mutskatonic University.
Jesus Christ. You're gonna hear me do that a lot.
I don't know why that one made me giggle, but it did.
Did you hear me on the when I was reading? It was I'll get it to in a second. Boneyard.
It's probably further down.
Yeah, Boneyard's down here.
There you go.
And St. Mary's Animal Hospital.
Yep, got it.
Right next to the boneyard. Okay, Kat.
It was
inappropriate for you to hang out while I'll do this. So
it was
right
the
now
Barkham.
you're the enemy.
It was the Barkham Historical Society.
I wondered if you were having a little moment or if that was written into the.
It was written into there. Hey, Optimus Swoosh, how's it going?
Hello.
David, we built them. And no, we have not. Richmond's might be on. No, I think his is private on ArkhamDB.
Maybe. Who knows? David, I can send you the link to mine. I'll send it to you in Discord.
All right, so that setup is done. Now, each of these locations is lousy with cats. So that is a thing that will come into play as we're playing it. It'll reference a place being lousy with cats or not. So then we will set Meowlithtep aside and out of play, which we did. And then we will shuffle the remainder of the encounter cards to form the encounter deck. So I'll get that. And now we're ready to begin play. Jeremy, would you like to go first or last?
I'll go last. I'm going to save some face by watching you guys do some things first.
Oh, of course.
TJ, that means you're going first.
I know. That's okay.
Just making sure you knew.
Shift 2. Alrighty. So everybody go ahead and shuffle up your deck.
Hover and press R.
Hover and press R for you, Jeremy. And then we're going to draw 5 cards. So you can hover over your deck and press the 5 number, and it'll pull them in your hand. If you happen to pull a weakness into your hand, you may discard it off to the side, draw another card to replace it, and then you may choose to do a mulligan.
Does not look like I've got any weaknesses.
Okay, I did indeed draw mine, so I'm going to rectify that. Okay, and then you may take a mulligan if you so choose.
And it's just any number of cards.
Yes.
Need to do that.
I've got no sense of what I've got as good or bad, so I'm just going to assume that it's great.
Yep.
Alrighty. Now you will give yourself 5 resources. And there's a little resource counter there.
Yep, I got it.
Cool. And those are what you'll use to pay for your cards. And we should be ready to go.
Yeah, I'm still mulliganing, but you can go ahead.
Yeah, go right ahead. You do that. So the first thing we'll do is we'll come up here to Snout side, and we'll flip it over. And
let me ask.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, so I've got. It looks like my weakness card wasn't in my deck. It's sitting out to the side. Do I need to
Your
put that in my deck? Your
weakness card is outside of your deck?
I've got a treachery. I have Doggy Treek's weakness. It's sitting.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, if you'll put that in your deck and you can shuffle it in there because you would have.
Oh, and that friendly human card is yours too.
I believe he starts play with that.
I start play with the friendly human.
Yeah, okay. So that is actually out. He is an asset. He's an ally, so he'll go in your ally space, which is right here. There you go. And I believe he has 5 treats on him, Jeremy. So we'll just, these resource tokens here can be treats on him.
Got it, okay.
So those are the uses of your friendly human. All right, so the first thing we got to check out is what's going on in Snout side. Snout side. They've got a lid on every trash can and the fence around every tree. It's okay. You can flip it.
Oh.
All right, there we go. So when you're in Snout side, there's a giant hand in the way. You can spend 2 resources and chase a delivery truck to the north, move to tail side. Group limit once per round. Okay. So now to take a look at our agenda and act. So here is our act. Dogs across town report seeing strange cats prowling around several locations in Barkham. Perhaps if you investigate these areas, you can root out the cat monsters that dwell within. Our objective is, At the start of an investigation, if no locations are lousy with cats, advance this. And our agenda is you're hot on the tail of a cat conspiracy, a cat-spiracy, if you will.
I won't.
Investigators at a
no.
location that is lousy with cats spend 2 times the investigators, 6 clues as a group. Add the card beneath that location to the victory display. And an action, if you're at a location that is lousy with cats, flip the card beneath that location over and spawn it at that location exhausted.
All right.
So that's how the game will advance.
Okay.
Alrighty. So Snoutside was not lousy with cats, correct? No.
No.
Okay. Alrighty. So I'm going to go ahead. The first thing I'm going to do is we've got our actions right here that we can do. The stream can't see it. So I can draw a card or gain a resource. I can play an event or asset from my hand. I can activate an action ability. I can move. I can investigate a location. I can fight or engage an enemy at my location. Or I can invade an enemy I'm engaged with. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play an asset as Bark Harrington. I'm going to pay 3 resources to put out a machete, which increases my fight. My next action will be I will move Bark Harrington. What do you guys think? Boneyard? What are we thinking? Mutsatonic University. I'm going to go to Mutsatonic.
That sounds right.
So
All
what's the benefit of spending the 2 resources to chase a delivery truck north?
I believe you can. I don't know. We don't know yet.
But I can't just move. I just can't move there normally.
Yes, you can. That is.
I guess does that allow you to do it without taking the action? Is that what that is?
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to Mutsatonic University. Only the smartest and goodest pups make it to the Mutsatonic University Obedience School. There, students can earn dog turrets in advanced mathematics, fine arts, and not being afraid of the vacuum cleaner.
Oh my!
I'm gonna Jim Halpert all night.
Oh, I'm gonna need to drink more.
This is gonna be good, boys.
Well, if you are going to drink, buy your Blue Peg, Pink Peg pint glass, or your Hurt
Yes.
Alley pint glass. BluePegPinkPeg.com.
Oh boy!
Can I get that? Can I get that profile shot again, Richmond? I'm tempted to like screenshot that and then get that on a pint glass and have like this whole Inception thing of Richmond drinking a pint on our pint.
Oh yeah, I want it, but I do get royalties.
Oh yes, absolutely.
I'm not good investigating.
We'll give you 30% of everything we make. No, make it 104% of everything we make.
All right, I'll talk to Bernard.
All right, I think I don't know.
Make
I'm
it
not very
happen.
good at investigating things, so
Oh yeah, I should look at my.
I think I'm gonna just get a resource. I think that's gonna be what I'm gonna do right now. Okay, that's what I'm doing. That is my turn.
Is that place not lousy with cats?
It is lousy with cats. Oh, I don't have 6 clues though. Mutsatonic University. It's under there.
Yeah. So when your turn starts, does it come out?
No, you have to actually take an action to pull the lousy with cat out.
Oh, I see.
Okay, yeah.
Night, Sir Jubes. Thanks for coming out, man.
Bye, Tom. All right, where should I go?
I guess we can either fight them off,
Yeah, we're essentially
or investigate them out. That's
Yeah.
what we're trying to do. One way or the other, we're fighting them.
I think I'm going to go over to Slobbertown.
over to Slobbertown.
I have extreme movement. I can spend 1 resource to move. and the flavor text says, I give a human puppy dog eyes until they give me a car ride, move up to 3 times, and ignoring enemy engagement.
Wow.
So if I need to come like hightail it back to, no pun intended, but if I need to hightail it back to wherever you all are, I can do that.
I think this is an every pun intended kind of situation.
David,
It's true.
thank you for the subscription.
Thanks, buddy.
We really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Slobbertown. So the barks of Muscatonic River are lined with warehouses and stores. The banks, not the barks, the banks.
Just assumed it was a dog pun.
Yeah, filled with exotic treats from around the world. This is your whatever alley from. Oh, hello. All right, spend 2 resources. Barkham has no leash laws. You take yourself for a walk, move to Snoutside. Group limit once per round. And there are 3 clues there. Clues are by books, right?
Yes, you will do. Wait, yes.
All right, so I have a Investigator 3, and it's 3 at this location, right?
Yeah, the shroud is 3.
The shroud is 3, so I'd have to get a
The
positive.
difficulty is 3. Yeah.
You know what? TJ, let's go for it.
Going for it.
Where's my draw bag?
Oh, so you can just click up here, the chaos token button, up in this corner here, and it'll just pull it straight out of the bag.
Shut up. All right, so I need a 0 or better.
It's a -2.
Not good. So what do I do with it when it's done?
And then you can just click again on the chaos stack here. If you just click this again, it'll take it back.
Shut up.
So what happened there, guys?
This mod's amazing.
I know, this mod's amazing. So for anybody who didn't know what happened, Richmond went through and he was testing his book knowledge. So he has a base value of 3. The shroud value, or how hard it is to investigate that location, is also a 3, denoted by that black circle there. What he then does is he compares the value he has to what he is investigating against. He can choose to add cards from his hand that match that icon and spin them for those icons. Then he draws out of what is called the chaos bag, and there is a set of tokens in there. For this one, it is not going to tell me. They range from minus, I believe, 4 to +1 or 0, and they modify that value. So what happened there was he ended that value. He drew a -2, so he actually had a value of 1. He needed a 3, so he failed.
I failed miserably. All right, it's my final action. I'm going to spend a resource and play investments.
Okay.
Just play it out here. It's an asset.
Okay.
Is it okay if I play it right there?
Yeah.
Okay. Basically, what it allows me to do is, for an action, I can exhaust it, and I get to place a supply on it. And then I can exhaust and discard the card, and then I will move all the supplies into my resource pool as resources.
I like that.
And it holds up to 10. So if I get just jammed up, I can
really throw some money at it.
I can hit it up for 1, and then be good. So my resource will go. The cost of that is 1. So I will move my resources down to 4. And that's my 3 actions. So
awesome.
To Jeremy.
Okay. So I think I'm going to go investigate something because I'm an okay investigator. I'm good at sniffing.
Okay.
But would it be more beneficial if I go to somewhere where one of you already are? Or open a new location?
So if you're where we are, we can always contribute 1 card to your skill test. So that is the most that we'll be able to give you.
Okay. Further, so I've got a an asset, a guy, an ally here. Can I have another ally in addition to my friendly human that I get?
So no.
No, only one ally at a time.
Actually goes there,
Okay.
sorry. Yeah, so you can see there what's on
Oh,
this
I
little
see.
board is what is your limit.
Okay, so that other ally is kind of useless unless
I just read the card. It says friendly human, and then it says, I guess his name is Pete?
Yes, that's Ashcan.
It's Ashcan
Good old
Pete.
Ashcan
Ashcan
Pete.
Pete.
It's Ashcan
I just think
Pete.
it's funny
Good
that
for
a
him.
dog would be like, I guess his name is Pete?
Yeah. And it's funny that that the dog is giving Ashcan treats to keep Ashcan around. This is a topsy turvy, crazy situation here. Okay.
I love it.
I'm gonna move down to Mutskatonic. No, I'm not. That's a 4 shroud. I don't want to do that.
I mean, Snout Side is a 1 shroud.
Oh,
Sure.
well, I guess I could just stay there then. That's true. Let me do that. I'm going to stay there and I'm going to investigate. So,
All right, what's your investigation value?
Mine is 4.
Ooh, yeah.
And skill cards that would buff that if I need it, I could spend after the fact, correct? Or do I just,
Before.
I would need to spend it before. Okay. I'm not going to spend anything because
You're
I only need
working
a
with
1.
a 4 and need a 1.
Yeah, okay. So let me click my chaos.
Oh,
I can't. It's not showing. I can't see anything.
It's a
What's it say,
-4.
guys?
it's a -4.
Are you kidding me? Okay. So I failed. Oh, there it is.
Oh, you have to click the thing.
I have to click it again.
Click it again and it'll send it back.
There
Are
we
you
go.
asking
Okay.
us, David? Me and Richmond, before he moved away, had a regular Arkham Horror night when he would come down from Cincinnati, and we would play for like 5 hours.
And then once List of Cuffs is over, we're planning on restarting our
List of Cuffs will be
regular
slotting.
playthroughs. So we'll probably do
Mm.
Arkham probably once every 2 weeks on the stream.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking. All right, so that was one action from Jeremy.
I'm not satisfied with that, so I'm going to try again. Right?
All right, do it again.
There's no reason I can do the same.
Yeah, we'd be using the mod, David, for sure.
Okay. Is it? Well, let me ask this. Richmond drew a -4. I've done 2 -4s. Are we sure
No,
that's?
I didn't draw a -4. I drew
Oh, you
-2.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
-2.
well, never mind then. Shoot.
Third time's the charm.
You know what?
-4. -4.
-4. I'm not good at letting go. I'm going to sink my teeth in and shake this clue out of Slobber Town.
There it is. +1.
There we go. -1. Is it +1?
It's a +1.
That's right.
That's a +1. Okay.
Got it.
So I pull the clue off.
Yes, you do. And you just set it in your clues.
Put it in my clues. Okay. That's my 3 actions then.
That was a strong showing, sir.
It was not, but Duke is one of these. Duke takes a little while to warm up.
He's a good boy.
Once he's got some inertia, man, you are not going to hold that dog. Once he's on the scent, he is not going to let go.
That's fair.
Yeah,
all right.
Better watch out.
So that's the end of our Investigator phase. Now we move to the enemy phase. We don't have any enemies on the board right now, so we just move past that. Now we go to the Upkeep phase. We're going to reset all of our actions. So if we go ahead and flip everybody's card over to the colored side. Any cards that are exhausted are unexhausted. And everyone's going to draw 1 card and gain 1 resource. Alrighty, so now that that's done, everybody's done that. I need to gain my resource. Boop. Now we are on the Mythos phase. Richmond, will you place 1 Doom on the agenda for me?
Yep.
Advance the agenda if the doom
sorry.
threshold is satisfied, which I don't believe it is yet. And
Doom
then
threshold is
each
4.
doom threshold is 4. That is when bad things will happen worse. Each investigator now draws 1 card from the top of the encounter deck. So on your player mats, there's actually a button that says click for encounter, and you will draw an encounter card, and it'll pull it to your area.
This mod is so good.
So we'll start with me. I'll draw one here, and I'll flip it over. I have a stubborn cat. Revelation. Attached to the location in play with the most clues. A cat is laying on all of the evidence at this location. You obviously cannot investigate attached location. So we have to get rid of this cat by either testing our brain or testing our feet to shoo the cat away. If we succeed, we discard the stubborn cat.
Hey, TJ.
I'm sorry. My daughter just ran into the room here. Yes, dear. You're going to bed. Do you want to say hi to all the people? You don't have eyebrows on. Okay. What? Oh my. Okay. We don't need to do that live on Twitch, but good night.
Am I just shutting the stream down like now?
You can't. Yeah. I gotta go beat my child. Let me be right back. No, she's fine. Good night.
I think we can clip this.
Yes.
So many things out of context.
All right. So this is going to attach to the place with the most clues, which will probably be here or here.
I would say give it to me.
Yeah, I feel like that's a you thing. I'm good at punching things.
4 plus I've got some stuff that I can work with.
All right. Yep. So that's my that is my Mythos phase. Richmond, what do you got?
Crap. Treachery. Revelation. If Mealthatep is in play, it attacks each investigator, which is not. At least one location is lousy with cats. Choose one of those locations, flip the card beneath that location over, and spawn it at that location. If neither is true, this card gains Surge.
All right, so we're going to be spawning a cat. We could probably spawn it at my location.
Okay.
And I'm okay to fight it.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so I'm going to pull it up here. I think I got them both.
The text from my daughter asking, "Are you still on your Twitch stream?" just now arrived. So that whole situation could have been avoided had Sprint just done its job.
All right, so I have found a Pouncer in the Night. It is a hunter and has Retaliate. This enemy gets +1 health for every investigator in this game. So it has +3 health, which is 5. And if a cat, so we can also use a action. If a cat has an appointment with the vet, parlay. What? Oh, heck no. The cat flees in absolute terror. Add this enemy to the victory display. So we don't know what that means yet. So.
Okay.
What is happening?
There's lots of cats.
Okay. Can I discard
just click the little button above it and it says discard. And it sends it away. This mod is great.
Okay. I literally, if anyone watching, you want to see Arkham Horror, please watch when we start back up again. It's just gonna be me doing this for like
I love this mod.
At least the first 5-6 weeks. This mod's incredible.
It definitely helps with the tedium.
For sure.
All right.
Well, are we ready for me to draw here?
Please.
Yep.
Okay.
Philadelphia.
Treachery, hunted by cats. Team, put hunted by cats into play in your threat area. As an additional cost to perform any of the following actions: move, fight, or investigate, you must spend 1 resource in cat food. Ooh, I don't have any cat food. To appease the pursuing cats. At the end of your turn, test knowledge. If you succeed, discard this.
Oh, so they just make it harder to do everything.
to do. Yeah, they're just stalking, which cats have that tendency, always underfoot. Okay.
All right.
So he just sits there until I pass that test. Got
Yes, correct. All right. So we get to choose whom goes first on this turn.
I'll go.
Okay.
We'll take care of the stubborn cat to start. So I need to do a test of, I guess, speed or agility.
Yes.
Which is 4. I'm going to play this manual dexterity out of my hand. Where am I playing and discarding to here?
Discard. Yep.
All right, so it gives me 3 more. Gives me 3 more agility. Max 1 committed per skill test. If this test is successful, draw 1 card, 2 cards instead of if it succeeds by 2 or more. So I'm at a 7. I need a 4. And Christ,
so what happens is in the bag of chaos there are certain tokens that per scenario are completely different. So this one is the cultist symbol means a -2.
perfect.
Perfect.
So that puts me at 5. So that passes. So stubborn cat
Yay!
will be discarded. Where should
Get
I
out
discard
of
it?
here, stubborn cat. Just discard it up there to the. You can even probably put it in your thread area and then click the discard button. Discard
Well,
pile.
it's up there. Oh, got it. Cool. And so this means I get to draw a card as well. Let's. I'm going to spend 2 resources and put this weapon, this kukri, as one of my handed weapons. When I fight, I get +1 for the attack. If I succeed, I can spend an additional action to deal +1 damage. And then while I'm in Slobbertown, I'll try and investigate again.
Okay.
I will.
As a shroud of 3.
As a shroud of 3, I'm not going to. Yeah, we'll try again. See what happens.
I am David. I'm running the TTS cam.
It is a -3, so no luck.
Thank you, David. I try really hard to make sure I pop everything up so people can see
David,
it.
can you come to every stream and just boost our morale?
We really do appreciate it.
Okay, so that's my turn.
Okay. Jeremy, you want to go or you want me to go?
Oh, sure. Okay, and just to so this resource in cat food just means spending a resource. There's not some sort of separate cat food resource that I'm not understanding here. Okay.
No,
not that we know.
Not that we know of. No,
not that we know of. Okay. Okay, so I think I actually want to play a card.
Okay.
It's an asset, but I'm not clear what the cost is.
Top left-hand corner inside the circle.
There's just I don't see a number.
It might be a line. If it's a line, it either has no cost or it is very specifically for committing to a test. Okay. You can put it out on you can put it out on the table and we can take a look at it.
So here we go. It's got charisma. This allows me to play an additional ally.
Okay, yeah. There you go. Yep, that one just plays right out.
So, okay. So I guess that's one card. And then I'm going to play as a second card. Done 4 resources, and I'm going to play this dude, Dr. Mylan Christopher, professor of entomology. When I pray that this nightmare is just a singular abomination, I must admit that I am exhilarated by the possibility that this is one specimen of a new genus. That's Dr. Mylan for you.
I like it.
So I'm setting myself up to investigate more here.
Yeah.
Which I guess I can try again and get another clue. But it's going to cost me a resource to do that. So I don't know. Are we feeling that we're going to try to beat these things by investigation or fighting? I am good at equally good, although I guess with Dr. Mylan, I'm slightly better at investigation now.
Yes. So David just pointed out that charisma should have been out when we started it. So you still have another action.
Okay. Oh, I still have another action. Okay.
Yeah, you have another action. So that one should have been out. Yeah, just
see, this is what I get for learning on the fly in front of people. But I
you're good.
appreciate David.
No, it's good.
Paying attention.
David's here.
Okay, let me I'm going to investigate. So I'm going to spend some cat food to get this buy a cat off my tail. And
we need a canned laughter button.
Yeah. So my total investigation is now 5.
Yes.
So let me draw this chaos.
Oh, the broken tablet.
Oh no.
What does that does?
mean?
-2.
-2.
Yeah, I still make it. So
Perfect.
I get that clue.
Yes, you do.
I like the one below it, which I don't know if it's the heart. It just says -5. Woof.
I saw that.
You're taking off, David. Thanks for coming out, man. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, buddy. We appreciate everything.
I don't know that I want to spend the resource on any of these actions here.
Is this your draw pile here, Jeremy? I'm gonna move that for you.
Yeah.
It goes right over there.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm actually going to use Ashcan Pete. After I succeeded a skill test, spend a treat, and I'm going to do it to draw a card.
Oh, perfect.
So I assume that goes over there somewhere.
Yep.
And I'll draw a card. What have I got here? Skill test successful. Choose a thing. Okay. What can I do that's not going to cost me my last resource? Move, fight.
You can draw a card. You can gain a resource. Those are all actions you can do.
Let me draw another card just to set myself up for next round.
That works.
And then I got to test.
Yes, for the haunted.
Get rid of these
things.
Hunted
by cats.
You're looking for Book of 3.
Book of 3.
3.
You're at a 4.
Okay. I'm at a 5 with Dr. Mylan.
Oh, that's true.
So let's do this. See it. Oh, well, I gotta put that.
Just click this again, and then it'll go away, and then you can get a new one. Ooh.
Nope, that's not gonna do it.
That will not do it.
So I got some bycats hanging out next round.
That -4 hates you.
It does. Or no, it likes me is the problem.
No, that's true. There is one -4 in this bag.
I've seen it 3 times.
All right, so guys, I have a Pouncer in the Night friend.
Pouncers in the night.
This thing
don't.
Exchanging
might hurt a lot.
Pouncers in the night.
I said don't. I said stop.
Alrighty, so I've got to figure out how I'm going to punch this thing a lot.
Well, you have your machete.
I do have my machete. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to attack it. I have a +1 from my machete, so I am at 6 punch. So it has a fight of 4. I'm going to play Overpower, which will put me up to an 8. And it's a -3.
Nice.
Got it. It will take 2 damage because of the machete's ability. If is the only enemy engaged with me, it takes an extra damage. So it takes 2 damage. Alrighty. And then I think I'm going to attack it again.
Okay, and it's a 5, right?
Sounds good.
Its health is indeed 5.
Okay.
I'm going to attack it again with my machete, and I'm this time going to play Vicious Blows. If the skill is successful during an attack, the attack's +1 damage. If it's +2, if it exceeds by 2 or more. And I will play this card to boost it because it has another punch to it. So that puts me at a 7 punch. And it's a 0.
Nice.
So I punch it for 4 damage.
So it's dead.
It is dead. And if you look at it, it has a victory 1 on it. That means it goes to our victory display. So we'll see if we can find a place to place that victory display. I don't know if it has a spot out here. I think that's what the campaign guide is on. There it is. Put that in our victory display.
Yeah.
Now, was
right.
that one of our lousy with cats animals, or was that
was
an encounter? That was
so that
okay,
was
so
one of the
we're down
that
one.
was Mutzkatonic University.
Muscatonic. Okay.
Was the one that was lousy with cats that showed up from Richmond's thing. So that was 2 actions, and I have 1 more action. I believe I'm going to draw.
Does St. Mary's have a? I guess I can. Yeah, they do have. St. Mary's and the Boneyard both have.
Yep. All right, that is my turn. Okay. I felt good about that.
All of us.
Got rid of a cat. Felt good. All right. So that is the end with the Investigators phase. Now we are on the Enemies phase. There are no enemies. Now we go to Upkeep. Everybody flips their card back over. Everybody readies their exhausted cards. And each investigator draws a card and gains 1 resource. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Dun dun dun.
Oh,
my treachery has shown up. My weakness. I am more bark than bite. I put it into my threat area. I get a -3 to my fists. Bark, bark, bark. After I defeat an enemy, discard more bark than bite. That is unfortunate.
So I also do my weakness.
Oh no.
I'm out of doggy treats, which maybe has some of the saddest flavor text I've ever read.
Oh no.
But I did good. Didn't I do good? I did good, right? Right?
Oh,
so
no.
That's it. My friendly human loses all of my treats.
Oh my gosh. Here you go, buddy. Oh, that is rough.
I just got an asset, so
things are okay for Richmond.
Yeah, things are great.
All right, so that is that. Make sure you get your resource.
Yeah,
I got it.
And
I didn't now have it.
We go to the Mythos phase. Richmond, can you place 1 doom on the agenda?
Yeah.
And then each of us will draw a card from the encounter deck.
I drew mine. I drew one from the top, but I didn't do it with the thing.
Oh, that's fine.
Cats in the Mist.
All right, what's yours, Richmond?
Stop it. I said stop already.
It's a different song. Cats in the Mist, Revelation, Test Brain 3, or Skull 3, Mind 3. For each point you fail by, take 1 horror.
Look at the text under it.
It says meow.
Meow.
All right, so here's here's the problem.
You're not so good at brain?
I'm a brain 2. So if I get a -4, I may be dead.
Oh no. Well, you can't go past 0. It stops at 0.
But what do you mean?
You will take.
I see.
You will at most take 3. Do you have anything to add
Come
to
on,
it?
Skids.
Yeah, I'll add one question mark. So I'm even right now.
All right. The
That's
tablet.
-2.
And place one of your clues at your location, but you don't
I
have
don't
any.
have any clues. So
Okay.
I lose
Two
2 sanity.
horror. Oh.
Or 2 horror. And then I discard it.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Here's mine. A servant of Dog Sathoth. God damn it. It's so funny.
Oh,
It's a cat pomination. Location is so it spawns at the location with the most enemies, including face down encounter cards. Alert and retaliate. So it doesn't spawn on me. We can essentially put it anywhere.
Velma's doghouse seems pretty good.
All right, let's put it up there for now.
Just keep it away from us.
We'll deal with it later. Okay.
All right, Jeremy, what do you got?
Okay. And I've got scratching paws. There are no clippers in the Chthonian depths beneath Barkham.
I love the
That would be
art.
sort of terrifying. It's just cat paws coming through the door. So I need to test agility. For each point I fail, take a damage.
Yes, Adam.
Agility, guys. If you haven't noticed, Duke, agility is not his strong suit.
You and I needed to have swapped cards.
Yeah.
All right. How's
So,
those scratchy paws?
Thanks for the bit, anonymous cheer. Appreciate it. Oh wait, that was from last week. I'm reading from the bottom up.
But hey, anonymous cheer. Also, thanks for the bits.
Appreciate it.
I'm gonna play resourceful. Give myself an extra. So that puts me up to 3 agility. And for everyone, I'm testing 3. So
-4.
wait.
-4.
I need to flip over to look at your face rather than the board. Whose side are you on, Richmond?
Cats by 90. Cats by
90.
Okay, let's do this.
That's a success, right?
So it's not a success perfectly because it can still not have made it, but now he needs to check his card and it'll tell him what his character sheet will say what his.
Oh, I see. +2. And I place a treat on a friendly human.
And after this test ends, you can ready your friendly human. Yeah. So there you go.
Okay.
He gets a treat.
Perfect.
So I get a treat. Ooh, how do I pull a resource token out of this thing?
Just click and drag.
Oh, there you go. I got it.
Jeremy, this is where you go. I did good, right? Right? I did good.
Like that, something like that.
Oh god.
Okay. Oh, that wasn't this. So, and this is gone. So this is discarded. Succeeded.
You
No
did it.
scratching paws are gonna get me.
Great job, guys.
Yeah. No thanks to you, Richmond.
Look, I'm just over here failing tests like I'm back in college.
Yikes.
Ugh. All right. So we essentially have 2 more turns before Doom gets to 4. So
There.
we have
Apparently anonymous cheer heard you.
Hey, thanks, Anonymous Cheer.
Or someone else, another anonymous cheerer. And
Appreciate
people got some emotes in chat.
Yeah,
that's nice.
So enjoy your K-pop emotes.
K-pop emotes. K-pop. It's a thing.
For what it's worth, I think I'm gonna try to go down to the boneyard and deal with. There's a cat. There's a lousy.
It's lousy with cats down there.
So I'm gonna head. I think I'm gonna head to the boneyard.
Go for it.
Because it's just south of where I'm at. I don't have any Biak cats following me anymore.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, you got rid of them, right?
No, I'm sorry. No. I do have Bianca's following me. It's the other thing. I got rid of the scratching paws, so no, I will have to spend a resource to do that.
Well, did you test your book to get it at the end of your turn?
Yeah, you did.
I did.
Oh, and you
And you got
failed.
-4.
Yeah, I did not do well. So they're stalking me. I mean, so I've got enough resources to move down there, and then I guess fight whatever.
So we're not really doing.
Yeah, between if I move it, reveal it, and fight it, those are my 3 actions. So I can do that.
You could. I mean, at that point, you might as well just go ahead and grab the easier investigate. You've got 1 clue left there.
Oh, you just want me to? I can just do that. Yeah.
Well, because we can also just scare off cats with clues without having to fight them.
Right. It takes how much? 6?
6.
How many have we got as a group?
You're an investigating machine, so
2.
Okay. Okay. Well, in that case, I'll stay there and investigate. Oh, that's what I can do. I'm not advocating necessarily me going first. I'm just walking through my
no.
options.
I mean,
I'm
go
talking
right
out-
ahead.
No, you're good to
I'm
go
talking
first.
out loud so you guys can tell me if I'm got bad ideas.
No,
No, I
you're good.
like it.
You're good to go
What-
first.
Okay. In that case, I'll investigate. It will cost me a resource because of these stupid things, right?
Stupid cats.
Investigate. I don't need to spend a card to do any of that. So here we go.
-2.
But that's still enough.
Oh, that's plenty, yeah.
4. My investigate's 5. So I got the clue.
Perfect.
Okay, so I'm at 3 clues. Let me draw a card. Trying to do things that don't spend my resources. Oh, that's nice. And I just get I can get a resource, right? That's just an action.
That's another action. Yep.
Okay, there we go. I'm done.
And then test to try and get rid of your meow cats.
Oh yes. Okay. And it's a 3, and I've got a 5. Here we go.
There you go.
-1.
Is that it?
They're gone.
That's it. Okay.
Get rid of those cats. Get them out of here.
I have a free dog. I'm a free hound.
You're a free dog. No cats chasing you. All right.
Okay, boys.
We are in this. All right.
We're in it.
So I'm gonna play. You cool if I go, TJ?
Yeah, go right ahead. All
right. So I'm gonna play this flashlight. Sorry. God, this mod is so great. All right. So it uses 3 supplies. I get spin a supply to investigate, and my location gets -2 shroud for the investigation. So I'm going to investigate. So the shroud where I'm at is at 3. I am also a 3. So I have some room to play with here. -2, perfect.
Perfect.
So that is a resource, and I will do the same. So I'll use another resource.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So it's a 1. I'm a 3. Put this back in the bag. And it's a -3, so I failed.
Bummer.
But I at least got 1 resource,
Yep.
and now we have 4 between us.
I like it. I have become very not useful with my more bark than bite. I essentially have 2 fight now. So, let's see here. I could. I'm not sure where to go. I might go to the boneyard, honestly. Or I could go down to the animal hospital.
Well, I'm going to go to whichever one you don't go to. Probably. I guess it depends on what it reveals, but
yeah,
I intend on going to whatever one you don't go to. Since there's a cat, each of those locations are lousy with cats.
that's fair. Yeah. Well, the other thing is that I can always roll through and reveal them for you, and then you can pick what is going to be the easiest to investigate too.
That's true.
So yeah, I think the first thing I'm going to do, I think I'm going to go to the boneyard. Both dogs and ghouls agree, bones are delicious. All right. Ooh, this is good.
Oh, nice. Oh, it's a 1. Okay, well,
So
that's a good.
when you invest after you successfully investigate boneyard by 2 or more, place 1 resource on boneyard as a bone. What did you expect? And then the action is if there are 3 bones
3
on
bones.
boneyard. Nice. That's a lot of bones. Remove them and remember that you buried the bones a few meters from where you found them. Okay.
Which will be some sort of thing.
Does that mean something?
Yeah, so if you look at Mutskatonic University, if you go to Mutskatonic, that is really hard to say a bunch of times. The second thing you can do at Mutskatonic is you can discard cards from your hand for a total of 3 skill icons on them. And then we'll remember that we brushed up on cat physiology. So you remember how to get rid of the cat that attacked me, it said if you remember that somebody has a vet appointment.
Okay.
So somehow on the board,
this is a trigger.
Yeah, somewhere on the board we can maybe find out that somebody has a vet appointment, and that's a way we can scare off the cats.
Okay. So for what it's worth, I guess I didn't look ahead enough here. I can go do that thing at Mutskatonic.
Yeah, that actually is not a bad plan.
So I've got sufficient cards with the
good. Okay.
book icon.
So I am, like I said, once again, quite useless. I'm going to just kind of search around a little bit. So my next action is going to be, I'm going to move over here to St. Mary's until I find somebody to fight. We're going for a car ride, they say. It'll be fun, they said.
Nice.
So when you're there, you can heal 3 damage. You're not happy about it, though. And you can take 1 damage to parlay. Test your book 4 to schedule a visit for the vet for a cat. This is physically painful for you. If you succeed, remember a cat has an appointment with the vet. There you go. That's where we could have gone.
Here's the thing.
Alrighty. So my last action will be, I guess I'm going to go back over here to Boneyard. I think I've sufficiently investigated a lot of this stuff. So I'm going to go back to Boneyard. That will be my turn.
And we have all taken actions.
We have indeed. So draw a card, get a resource, refresh things.
Put 1 on the Doom.
No, not yet.
I did not put 1 on the Doom.
Not yet. So no enemies. Now we can put 1 on Doom. And we would advance it. We're at 3 out of 4.
We are at 3 out of 4.
And then everyone is going to draw 1 card from the top of the investigator deck or the encounter deck.
Okay.
All right. I'll try it first. Flip it. Squirrel! Revelation. It's a squirrel. You must chase it. Test 4 feet. For each point I fail by, lose 1 action. Oh, this is going to be bad. I have a 2. Here we go.
Nice.
Oh, gosh. It doesn't matter. It's an auto failure.
Oh, no.
Yep.
That squirrel got the best of you.
He did.
So you get no
I have
actions.
no actions next turn. Bummer.
Oh, man.
Who's next?
I'll go. Order cultist. Spawn at any empty location. Retaliate. Forced at the end of the Mythos phase. Place 1 Doom on order cultist. They only have a health of 2, but they have a punch of 4.
Did you read the description of it?
I'm sorry. Humanoid, sort of. Cultist, definitely. Where do you want to put it?
It's got to be empty.
It's got to be
Put
somewhere
it-
reachable.
Yeah, it's got to be somewhere reachable. Stick it somewhere you can get to, or Richmond can get to, because I have no actions next turn.
Well, here's the thing. I was gonna go there so we could have enough to make one
Yeah.
place with cats. Is anyone at an outside?
Okay.
I accidentally reset my camera. All right, so you're there. What's up here? Tailside? Can I reach tailside from there? Yeah, let's put it at tailside. No, let's do it at St. Mary's. Let's put it at St. Mary's. I'll run through. It'll be fine. Because I can, I can spend a resource to move up to 3 spaces.
Oh, there you go.
So, yeah. So
Okay.
I'll take care of that.
Let's see what I got. Cats in the Mist. Oh, it's that one.
Cats in the mist.
Yeah, it's that one. I think the real
That's
horror is you're singing. I mean,
It's even
not
worse
in
than
general.
real
I
close
mean, you
to the
got a great
microphone.
voice. It's just that the prompting is it's adding to the ambiance here. Test. Okay, let me do this. I've got 2. Can I add?
All right. Calculate those.
Well, all I got is the 2. Oh, and can my friendly human do anything?
I believe it's after you succeed a skill check.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna draw it.
Oh,
Don't know what that means.
auto failure.
So I take 3 horror.
You do.
Yikes.
That's exciting.
That's not what you want to say.
I guess that makes Duke a little bit of a scaredy cat. Huh? Okay, yeah, no.
What's that? I couldn't hear. I was
He had a stroke.
Okay, well, I think that's it then.
Okay. All righty. So then we move on to Investigator's Phase. Hey guys, you mind if I take my turn real quick?
Yep.
And I'm done.
Oh, poor TJ.
Actually, I take that back. Give me a second here. I will play Taunt. Well, actually, hang on. No, I'm going to wait for a moment. I think this might actually come in handy. I don't know where I threw Taunt, but it's somewhere. Actually, if somebody does something where they're going to get punched by him, I can taunt him and deal a damage to him.
Wait, say that again?
So, you know how if you move to a location and then do something that's not fighting a monster, they attack you. I have a reaction that if somebody's going to get attacked by somebody else, I can interrupt it, come to that location, I'll take the damage myself and deal 1 damage to them. I also have a way to... So yeah, actually, if somebody can go over there and just start playing around with the Order Cultist.
So, a couple things. I have my special action card,
Mm-hmm.
although I'm not staying necessarily in character by telling you this. But I can play it during my turn. For the remainder of my turn, whenever I enter a location, I deal 3 damage to an enemy at that location. But I'm feeling I should save that
Save that.
for
Other things.
Katska Meow or whatever his name is.
Mm-hmm. Meowfotep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I will go over there.
Okay.
So I will spend a resource to move, and I can move up to 3 times, ignoring enemy engagement. So I'll move there. Do I need to attack it?
You need to just engage it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna fight it.
Okay. Yeah.
So my attack is 3. But I also have my weapon, which gives me +1. Plus, I'm gonna discard this card for. I'm gonna discard this card first to make it 6, because if I win by, if I succeed, I may spend an additional action to deal +1, and it automatically just kills them. Right?
You do what you need to.
Is that right?
It's okay. Do it if you need to.
Oh, but if I just attack it for 1 and succeed, you still get it, right?
I essentially need to just.
Don't worry, I didn't actually play that card out of my hand, so we're fine.
Okay. I just need you to engage it and then do something.
It's a -2. So I did not. I just hit it. I didn't do anything. I failed.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. And then so he's engaged with you now, so he'll go into your threat area.
Okay. And then do I need to do anything else with him?
Then I need you.
I can't leave while I'm engaged. Correct.
He'll follow you and attack you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to just investigate, that'd be cool.
I'll do that. So I'll investigate. Investigation's 3. I have a 3.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And that's going to be +2, and then deal 1 damage to the next enemy whose location I entered this round.
That's okay. So that won't happen this time. So because you did something other than fight him, he attacks you.
Okay.
So I will play Heroic Rescue.
Hey, thanks.
Which play when a non-elite enemy would attack another investigator at my location or a connecting location. I move to that location if I'm not already there and engage that enemy and resolve its attack against me and then deal it 1 damage. So I show up here. He is now engaged with me. And he takes 1 damage. And I take 1 damage because I threw myself in front of it. We're doing it the other way, aren't we? Okay. Okay. And then I will also wait. Yep. Perfect.
All right. That's the end of my turn.
Cool. Now.
Okay, so we're me.
Yep,
And while
go
Jeremy
ahead.
goes, I'm going to grab a beer.
Okay, I think I'm going to go do this muscatonic thing.
Okay.
So I'm going to move there. I mean, do we think that's still to get this remember thing that we want to do?
Okay. Yeah, I think so. And quickest way to get rid of cats.
Right, and then I'm going to discard scavenging and old key ring for 3 icons as my action, so we can remember that we brushed up on cat physiology.
Sounds good. Hey, chat.
And then
remember we brushed up on cat physiology.
And then I think I'm going to move down to the boneyard as my final.
That's on you, chat. Gotta remember that.
So I'm ready to do some stuff in the boneyard next round. But that's it from me.
So my turn doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist. Well, you kind of snuck a turn in there somehow.
I did.
For someone who shouldn't have been able to do anything, you did manage to.
I just needed
heroic, as a matter of fact.
I just needed to get somebody engaged with me so I can try and punch them next turn to get rid of my more bark than bite. All right, so now the enemy phase. So the enemy phase, I will get hit by this enemy for another one. So I take another damage.
Mhm.
And when does this trigger on him? At the end of the Mythos phase. Okay. We'll get to that. All right. So now upkeep. Everybody flips, everybody readies, draw a card, and get one resource. Thanks, David. I really appreciate that you reminded me that we brushed up on cat physiology. Thank you.
David, who said he was going away.
He's back.
All right, sorry. I was trying to give Jeremy a good shot he could freeze frame of me pouring a beer into my blue picnic bag glass.
Oh, nice. We can just clip it.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and place one doom on the agenda, Richmond.
All right, we have hit 4.
All right. So we are going to advance. So it is. If you're at a location with. Flip it over. Nope. Too many. There we go. Go to here. All right. So the summoning. If no locations are lousy with cats, advance to 2A. If at least one location is lousy with cats, find the one that is farthest from the investigators. Flip the card beneath that location over and spawn it at that location. Reset the agenda deck to agenda 1A.
Oh, interesting.
So the summoning is complete.
I think it's Velma's.
Velma's, yeah.
So the flavor text is, the summoning is complete. Now one of the myriad Meowsks of Meowthotep prowl the streets of Barkham. It's up to you to put an end to this menace before its true master is unveiled.
Oh no, the agenda deck's. Oh, yeah, but we're back to 1A, right?
Yep, it goes to there now.
Mhm.
I was going to say
man.
this was going to go really fast if it didn't.
All right, so if we
Cat of Tindalos.
Cat of Tindalos. Look at that art. That's horrifying.
Now let me ask you, as veteran Arkham players, is that art like a base art with a cat layer on it, or is that original?
I believe that's
like, is
original.
there a Hound of Tindalos that they
There is
just
Hound
layered
of
the cat on
Tindalos.
top of?
I don't believe
That's-
it's that. I don't know. I have to look, actually.
I would say it's original. I was going to say this agenda was going to go really fast if it was just those 4 Doom.
Yeah.
So wait, do we reset the Doom counter back to 0?
Yes. So it goes back to 0. Yep. So we just essentially reset it back to where it was. And then we continue along with the Mythos phase, which is we advanced it. Now everybody draws one card from the top of the encounter deck.
Beast Town, Barkham City Pound, Barkham Asylum, Tailside. I'm trying to determine where the possessive ball of yarn would come from.
Oh, that's a good point.
Unfortunately, so Velma's Doghouse is food. Maybe Barkham Asylum?
Maybe. That's what I was thinking. All right, I'm going to flip over mine.
That was my thought as well.
Yeah.
All right, I've got the Meowsks of Meowthotep. If Meowthotep is in play, it attacks each investigator. Or, which it's not, if at least one location is lousy with cats, choose one of those locations and flip the card beneath over and spawn it at that location. So another cat is showing up. Where do we want to put another cat at?
Put it over at the pound.
Is there one over there? Yeah.
Yeah, there's one there.
The Hisser in the Dark.
Hissers in the dark.
Oh my God, Richmond! I swear to God.
God, look at that art. That is the most horrifying. That one's even more horrifying than the other one.
You're just literally just taking the verb and singing it. That's all. It's just the same verb, no matter what. Pouncers, hissers, maskers, vapors. It's just you're singing it. No, it's ridiculous.
Would you like me to do the doobie doobie doo?
No, I don't.
Commercial.
I don't want you to do that. I think it's pretty clear.
Hey, Jeremy, thanks for coming on, by the way.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
So, Richmond, I believe the Hisser in the Dark is going to be the one that you can deal with, the easiest one. Because while it is engaged with you, if you enter and leave each of the central locations in one turn, it becomes extremely dizzy, and it leaves.
If I
Run
enter and
around.
leave each of the central locations.
Yeah, so that's Beast Town, Slobber Town, Snout
Oh, I
Side,
see.
and Tail Side.
I can do that in one turn.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's gonna cost me 2 resources, but I got 4, so we're all right.
So that's a good play.
I'm not a good investigator, so that might be something to consider.
Okay. All right. That is what my encounter was.
I'll go ahead and flip. I have scratching paws.
Scratching paws.
I'm gonna
It's a
test
good
for.
one.
I'm gonna
The
test
cutest,
for
the cutest of art.
test for 3. I'm a 4. I'm
You can't
not.
see this. All those paws belong to one cat.
Is it some horrifying beholder cat?
It's like a beholder cat, but instead of eye stalks, it's paws.
I'm scared.
Um,
Hold me.
I almost want to. I can't do that. So
Oh,
-1 or +1.
that's a
There we go, guys.
+1.
So nothing happens.
Nothing
Get out
happens.
of here,
Perfect.
scratchy paws.
Get out of here, scratchy paws. All right, Jeremy, what
Okay.
you got?
-4.
Got
-4.
stubborn,
Oh, it's your stubborn cat.
stubborn cat. Attach the location in play with the most clues.
That's either one of the bottom 2.
Yep.
Which one do we want?
Probably stick it with you. You're the best investigator, I think,
Yeah,
because you can get rid of it. Oh, and it's eaten.
I didn't mean to stack it.
There you go. Yeah, that's
Okay,
fine.
and what's its thing now? It's you gotta test the thing to get rid of it.
Yeah, you gotta use your brain or your feet to shoo the cat away before you can get any clues there.
Yeah, my brains are my feet. You can shoo it or kick it.
All right, so that's the end of the Mythos phase, and the cultist on top of me gets a Doom token. Alrighty. So that's that. Hey, Richmond, can you investigate that or engage that cat again for me?
Which one?
The one that's engaged on me.
Oh yeah. Hey, hold on. So this cat of Tindalos is actually a hunter.
Oh. That came
So-
out. That hasn't moved yet. It came out in the Mythos, didn't it?
Yeah.
It came out in the Mythos. It doesn't hunt until enemy phase.
Okay. Just make sure. Wait, do I have to engage with it? Because
Please do.
Okay.
Just say you engage with it. One of your actions is you engage it.
My action is to engage it.
I taunt it.
Okay.
And I engage any numbers enemies at my location. For each enemy engaged this way, I deal 1 damage to it and draw 1 card. So it kills it. And I've defeated an enemy, which discards my more bark than bite.
Gotcha.
Finally, you're useful.
I'm useful again.
All right. I'm gonna do 2 movement actions.
Oh, god damn it.
What?
The card I drew is another weakness.
Jesus Christ.
It's okay, though. This one is an accursed follower. It spawns at the location furthest from me. At the end of the enemy phase, add 1, whatever the hell that token means, to the token bag.
Yeah.
To the chaos bag.
I almost put a card in my deck that allowed me to take that token from the bag and store it on the card. But
So this has to go the furthest from me, which would be up here.
I hope no one has to go to Velma's doghouse.
It's a busy place.
Oh, it's also lousy with cats.
And it's
What does that
It's
symbol
got, like,
mean? That's an
symbols.
expansion symbol.
Yeah.
I'll look into that. You keep going.
Yeah.
If David's here, do you happen to know what that symbol means, David, off the top of your head?
Oh, I can only use that thing once per round, which is fine. It still gets the job done. So where do I want to end? I'll end in Beast Town. So I'm going to spend a resource. Boop. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So I end up in Tailside, which has not been entered. Where you go when you need to see a dog about a man. So I'll flip it. Shroud of 3. You can spend 2 resources. You pursue a raccoon for no reason. Move to Beast Town. Group limit once per round. And then my third action is I'm going to move over here to Beast Town. Beast Town's text was: "Be cautious where you walk in Beast Town. You never know what you might step in." Spend 2 resources. You follow a weird scent heading south. Move to Slower Town. Group limit once per round. Shroud of 2. But now the Hisser in the Dark is dizzy. I have to enter and leave each of the central locations in one turn.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Huh?
It wasn't engaged with you while you did that, though.
No.
Yeah, you've got to. It has to be engaged with you.
It has to follow. You got to lead it around.
Yeah, you got to have it chase. You got to chase it around.
That's all right. At least we know where stuff is.
Yeah, that's fine too. Yeah.
But except this cat of Tyndalos is going to engage with me.
It's true.
This turn.
Alrighty. Anything else you got, Richmond? That's your turn?
That's my 3 actions.
All right. Well, at least we know where not to find the, what is it?
String.
The string?
Ball string.
Ball of yarn, yeah. Alrighty. Jeremy, you got anything?
I guess I want to try to get rid of this this stubborn cat, and then investigate.
All right.
Test. Oh wait, can I do a?
Oh, that cat of Tyndalos tells us 6.
I know.
I'm gonna die.
What are you thinking, Jeremy?
I'm trying to see. This thing needs a 4, and it's gonna be very hard for me to get a 4 on either the evade or the thinky. So I guess I could just go over, but St. Mary's is tough to investigate. Still got probably a better chance of investigating at St. Mary's. What's the distribution of the chaos tokens? Like, I would need a +1.
So the standard is there is only 1 +1 in the bag of, I believe, 14. 17.
Okay.
There's a +1, and then there are 2 zeros, and then everything else is negative.
Okay, well, I can't risk it then. Okay, so I can't do anything at this location. So I could spend 2 moves and get to Beast Town, and then just to do some investigation.
Yeah.
Because Beast Town is mildly easier. Or I could just go to St. Mary's.
Yeah.
It's a little harder, but I'm gonna go to St. Mary's.
Okay.
So there's one action. Oops, I don't want to be on St. Mary's. I want to be next to St. Mary's. And then I'm going to investigate. So I'm still at a 5. I need a 3.
It's a -1.
There we go.
Got it.
Like it.
And let me try that one more time. So that'll give me 5 clues.
Oh.
I can't see what that is.
It is a skull. -X is half the number of Meowsk enemies in play in the victory display and attached to Meowflip rounded up. So we have 1, 2. We have 2 right now.
So it's -2.
It's half.
It's half, so 1.
1.
Oh, so it's -1.
-1
Okay,
right now.
I
yeah.
still make it then.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, well, that gives me 5 clues, guys.
I have 1.
He's got 1.
Okay.
So
that's enough for us to do one of these things here.
yep, you can go to a location. You guys got to be together as a group, and then you can spin the clues to get rid of a card beneath a place that's lousy with cats.
Yeah, so we have to be at the same place. Okay.
Yes, you have to be at the same place.
I mean, Barkham Asylum's the only place that's
Still lousy.
So lousy is the
Oh, there's one down here in Boneyard too.
the boneyard. Although I just hit all the.
Yeah, I was gonna say you hit all the clues.
Okay. Oops. Go for it.
There you go.
Can you just not send it back?
No. A second. It's like snapping to this grid over here.
Okay. Well, I'm at the boneyard, right? Oh, where'd I go?
You went over here to St. Mary's, remember?
Oh no, I'm not. I'm at St. Mary's, so which is not lousy.
Nope.
I thought it.
I got it. I got the cat.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
All right. What do you got now, Jeremy? What's your turn? Is that all of it?
That's it. That's 3.
That's it. Okay. I
Right.
can actually do stuff.
Two
now.
investigations and.
Yeah, I can do stuff now. Let's see here. What do I need to do? All my punching stuff is way up there.
Yeah. I need you to punch stuff.
I can do that. Let's see here. Man, I guess I'm gonna head up to you, Richmond. I think that's the best plan.
Probably the best plan.
2 actions. And then I guess I'm gonna spend my other one to draw a card. Because I'm gonna be getting punched soon. Alrighty. That is my turn.
All right. So we get a resource and a card.
Alrighty. Let's do it.
Jeremy, what do you think so far?
I'm enjoying it.
Enjoying the puns?
I'm okay with the puns.
Yeah.
They're not lousy with puns.
Oh my god.
All right. So
Yeah,
that's that.
Now
Now we
interacting with tabletop simulators a little, is a little belabored, but
we absolutely
That's-
forgot to do the enemy phase,
Oh yeah.
which is a hunter. So this is going to hunt us, and I assume you want me to take it.
I don't know if you can see me, but yes, I'm shaking my head. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'll put it in my threat. It hunts to me, and then it's going to punch me for 2 and give me, so 2 and do 1 damage. Ow. I can't take a lot of that.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Okay. Do I have anything that can help here? An enemy attacks investigator at my location. Oh, there we go. Actually, let's cancel that attack. Put that up to 7. Put that up here. I'm going to play Hand of Fate.
Ooh.
It's fast. Play when an enemy attacks an investigator to your location. Cancel that attack. Then add bless tokens to the chaos pad equal to attacking enemies' total combined damage and horror values. So 3 will go into the chaos bag. And I don't actually know what bless tokens are in this mod.
They're right here.
Ah, there they
They're
are.
right
So,
there. Yes.
so we need 2 of those. 3 of them.
3 of them.
3 bless tokens going into the bag. And those are +2s.
Nice.
But they don't stand there. Once they're drawn out, they're out.
They're discarded.
Yes.
okay.
Alrighty.
that.
So that's that. I didn't get punched hard. I'm okay. And then we've done all of our upkeep. So now we go to the Mythos phase, which is 1 doom on the agenda. Advance it if it's a threshold, and each investigator draws 1 card from the top of the encounter deck.
Okay.
All right.
Got
Mine
it.
is I'm hunted by cats. That's annoying. I'm hunted by cats.
That's what.
Yeah, that's what
Jeremy-
happened to Jeremy. Except I don't know if I'll
They were
ever
not
get rid of
pleasant.
them. I'm not very book smart. I'll never get rid of them.
All right. Mine is on your tail. If there are no enemies in play, on your tail gain surge. So there are enemies in play. Otherwise, place 1 doom on the enemy nearest to you and test speed X, where X is that enemy's evade value. If you
Ooh.
fail, that enemy attacks me.
So the nearest enemy is on me. The cat
I
of
thought it was-
Tyndalos.
Okay, so put 1 doom on it.
So what is there a known reason for putting the doom on the enemies, or is that something that will play out in the
So every time that we've been checking the doom to advance the mythos, it checks everywhere, not just on the agenda.
Oh, okay.
So those are like repositories for more doom.
Got it.
There actually needs to be a curse token now in the bag as well.
What's that?
From the accursed follower from my
I see. Yep. All right, so I have to check. I have to test speed 3,
yes.
and I
That's a
wasted
bless.
his last token.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Sorry, that sucks.
It gets discarded though.
Yeah, it still sucks. All right.
Well, it's better than that guy attacking you.
All right. Jeremy has the same card.
Well, yeah, I've got the same card.
All right, so the closest enemy to you is the one on me. So another doom.
I got to deal with the cat of Tyndalos again.
Yeah, so now you'll test your
Speed
feet.
3, agility 3.
Yep.
Ugh. Let me see.
Your agility's 2.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to spend this one to make it a 3.
Okay.
And then draw. Here we go. What do I got?
Last token.
Bless
Jesus
a
Christ.
token.
What? Okay. I wasted that card then. Okay, so we're good.
What
By
a
the
waste
way,
of-
no one read the flavor text.
Oh, sorry.
Get it? Your tail? But seriously, they're right behind you.
Perfect.
Someone got paid to write these.
They did.
I know. I need that job. I assume very important people at Fantasy Flight watch your streams. So I just want to suggest that I'm available for freelance
Pun writing.
flavor text work.
All
right, so we're through it.
Yep, investigator phase.
All right, so
Now-
Jeremy and I need to be in the same space.
Do we have anything
Right,
left
so-
anywhere left that's lousy with cats?
So St. Mary's Animal Hospital, where Jeremy is now, and Barkham Asylum.
Okay.
So I could spend my action and go to where Jeremy is.
Mm-hmm.
I would prefer to go to Barkham just to see what's underneath, or not what's underneath, but
We didn't have.
but I can get to him in one action. So why don't I do that? All right. It cool if I start.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah,
All
go
right.
for it.
All right, so I'm going to Jeremy. So I'm gonna spend a resource. Oh, wrong way. So I'm gonna spend a resource, and then I will also spend my second action so that we can turn our 6.
It is actually free to do so.
Oh yeah. So spend our 6 clue tokens. So Jeremy, you can put yours by your bag right there. And by doing that, we add the card beneath the location to the victory display. So we had to do it at that location, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
All right. So this goes to the victory display.
It's a ghost cat.
Nice. Oh, creepy.
It says cat that is also a ghost.
Nice.
Ghost cat.
If you buried the bones a few meters from where you found them,
Of course.
naturally. All right. So at least we know we don't have to do that.
Yep.
At least we don't think we do.
Fair.
And then I will use my flashlight as my. Oh, I still have 2 actions, right?
Yeah, you get 2 actions.
Mhm.
I'll use my flashlight to make it a shroud of 1. All right. So once I've used all 3 of my supplies, then it gets discarded, right?
I don't think it does. I think it stays there until you
I can put more
have to
supplies on
override
it.
it because you can put more uses on it. Yeah.
Okay. So it's a shroud of 1. I'm a investigative 3. Oh,
Ooh.
that's good.
Yep.
Yep. So take a resource.
Like it.
Bam. Let's do it again. So 3 for 3.
-2.
It's all right. Cool.
All right. Did Jeremy have his turn or no?
I
Not
went
yet. Yeah,
I
you
have
went
not yet.
Okay.
So just to clarify, lousy with cats is when the card is underneath the
Yes.
So
thing.
the
So
only
do
one
we have?
Barkham Asylum.
Oh, is
Barkham Asylum. up
Barkham
there.
Asylum. Okay. Well, I'm going to do this. First of all, I'm going to play a meat cleaver
Like
for
it.
3 resources. So I want to be a dog with a meat cleaver just because. Who doesn't want that? I mean, I guess I can investigate a couple more times.
Yeah.
It makes more sense than to rush up to Arkham Asylum, I guess. So let me go ahead and do that. So I'll investigate once. I'm still at 5. Need a 3.
And it's a
the heck
curse.
is
It says
that?
-2.
That's still okay though.
Yep.
So get a clue, and let me do it one more time.
That is -X, where X is half the number of Meowsks in play in the victory display and attached to Meowfatep. So there's 2 in our victory display. There is 1 attached to me, and there's 1 over here. So it's a -2.
Which is
Nice,
still
dude. That's still good. Okay, so that's the last. Oh no, it's not the last clue, but that's my last action. I've got 2 clues.
Okay. All right, and then there's me, who is fighting the Cat of Tyndalos by himself.
Hey, congratulations.
You can do it.
I'm sure it'll be great. Yeah, so I'm going to
Don't
attack
those
it.
St. Mary's After you're
I'll
done.
attack the Cat of Tyndalos. And what's its evade? Its evade is insane too. All right. Yeah, I'll attack the Cat of Tyndalos. Mine is a 6, and I will play Vicious Blow, which is will give me a +1 damage if it does more. If it does hit, so wish me
And
luck.
+2 if +2 if it's 2 or more.
It's a bless.
Nice.
So yeah, so it will take 3 points of damage. Wait, actually no, I take that back. Take 4 points of damage. 2,
And it's got
3,
6. Did we say?
4, and it has 6 right now, but it has retaliate, which means it attacks me back. So I'll take 2 damage and 1
1 horror.
1 horror. But I have another one of these Hands of Fate. I got to pay 3. Oh, I need to also pay 1 for my Hunted by Cats. So we'll get 3 more blesses into the bag. If you'll put these up there,
Nice.
Richmond.
Yep.
And then shuffle them. I'm not sure. I assume they get shuffled, but I'm not positive. Just shuffle the bag. Alrighty.
Bag shuffle.
I guess I'm gonna punch it, but this time it's not gonna be as good as the previous one. So it's a 6, and it'll do 2 damage. Click for chaos. Ooh,
Woof.
that is
Woof.
-5. Woof. That did
Good thing
not do it.
Good thing I shuffled.
Yeah. So that means I take 2 damage and 1 horror. I have 1 more action. Let's do it one more time.
One more time. One more time. There's a lot of chanting here, Jeremy.
It's a
Mainly just-
-2.
mainly just by me.
I wish I had seen that in the agreement I signed.
Oh yeah,
I guess I should have read more carefully.
2. All right.
Always
I
read,
killed
always,
it.
always read the
Chanting.
fine print.
Yeah, stupid.
I killed him.
Hey,
Good job.
proud of you.
It didn't feel good. It hits really hard.
All I wanted is to do the Paul Rudd. Hey, look at us. Who'd have thought?
All right. So that goes up to the
You're a
victory
good dog,
display.
TJ. You're
You're
a
a
I'm
good
good dog.
trying. That's in the victory display. That is my turn.
So is there significance that the victory display is 6?
It's how
just 6
good we do.
faces?
It's how successful we are. It'll be like the in-game scoring.
Okay.
So yeah. Let me see if I can get
That's
rid of
it?
Hunted by Cats. My book is a 2. Here we go. It's a -1. Actually, wasn't that bad. Nope, I'm still hunted by them.
Dang it.
They're awful.
They're jerks.
I will say that round felt good.
That did. All right.
Yeah.
It
I
felt
felt
like
like
we
we
accomplished
accomplished some things.
All right. So now we've got the enemy phase. There's no enemies out right now fighting anybody. This one, a cursed follower, will have a curse go in the bag. Did it. And then that's that. Upkeep, reset. Everybody flips. And draw a card and get a resource.
What's our hand max? 8?
8.
8.
Oh, I'm so happy about this card.
Awesome. All right. And then place 1 doom on the agenda.
On it. So we're
And-
at.
Where's that put us?
Oh, we're at 4. No, wait. You
No,
got
I
rid of
killed
the 2
it.
doom that were on the thing.
Yeah, I
So
killed it.
we're back to 2.
All right, everybody, get your counters.
Whabam.
Mine is Gaze of the Ceiling Cat. Test my brain. For each point I fail by, either lose 1 resource or choose and discard 1 card from your hand. If this effect forces you to lose all your resources and discard all of your cards, you feel really creeped out.
All right.
Oh, well,
That's
I
fair.
have terrible brain, so here we
Brand
go.
3.
It's a 0. So I can lose 2 resources or 2 cards. I'm gonna lose 2 resources. And discard. I don't feel really creeped out, guys.
That's good.
What do you got, Richmond?
I have an enemy. I know that. Servant of Dog Sloth. Spawn.
That jerk.
Location with the most enemies.
It's up there at the doghouse.
Alert and retaliate. Oh, we do have. No, there's nothing under Velma's Doghouse.
No, there's nothing in the homeless doghouse.
I'll say there's 2 Servants of Dog Sloth up there. Fantastic.
Awesome. And Jeremy, what's yours look like?
Mine is an estranged cat. So it's enemy spawn at any empty location. After a strange cat enters play, place a doom on it. When the strange cat would be defeated, it runs away to the discard pile, but isn't injured at all. Please, I'm not a monster.
So it needs to go to an empty location.
Yeah, where do we want to put it?
I mean, you can stick it. Honestly, stick it up at Barkham Asylum. I'll go up there and I'll start punching it.
I was gonna say you can put it on snout side. We don't. It's not.
Well, I mean, yeah, we could put it on snout side and just get it out of the way.
Oh, I'm
It's
sorry.
gonna have a doom on it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's easy for me to punch.
Well, let's put it up here. It's fairly punchable, it appears.
You're fairly punchable.
Wow.
That was one of my wife's vows, believe it or not. She integrated that into the reason that we got married. I appreciate you bringing up that little bit of romance there, Richmond. Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't know if Adam's still here. I know Adam was here earlier. Adam, who hangs out here, his wife during their vows was something of, I love that you're so passionate, especially about how many board games you have. And then Adam's dad turned around and looked at me because he knows that I'm one of the two people at the wedding that he plays board games with. I guess there's probably 3 or 4 there. But
that's funny.
All right.
Well, we had Patrick officiate our wedding, and he cried more than anybody else did. So
I mean, that's a given.
I'm just starting my move. I'm moving to Barkham. We all know what I'm going to do. I'm going to punch some cats. While baying at the moon is fairly common occurrence in Barkham, the howls that escape from the asylum are unnatural. Take 1 horror. You can parlay to overhear a strange way of barking. Baru Baru Cthulhu Woof Hagen. Test your brain to learn how to bark that way too. If you succeed, remember that you learn to bark of the outer gods.
It's not the. Well, I'm glad to know that it's not the ball of yarn.
No, it's gonna be. I'm
gonna have to remember Cthulhu Woof Hagen.
Yeah. Cthulhu Woof Hagen. All right, so I've got a cat, and it's going to engage me down on my threat. I did not think about this. I don't have resources anymore because I've got these stupid cats.
Oh, right. So, yeah, cats.
So I'm going to have to spend 1 action getting a resource, which means the cat will hit my sanity. And then I will spend the other resource to punch the cat.
Okay.
And then wish me luck, I guess. It has a fight of 3.
And you are a
6. It's a 0.
Okay, perfect.
I murdered it.
Just discard it. Because
it's not hurt. We promise. I'm not a monster. All right. Can I get rid of these cats? No.
Jeez.
All right. So how many? You have 2 clues. I have 1.
I have 2 clues.
The only thing about the clues is there's no. Oh, I guess this place still has.
Yeah, that place is lousy.
So I think
so we have to fight that thing or
give it clues. Yeah.
I think I'll go to. I think I'll go to Beast Town. I'll spend a resource and I'll go to Beast Town. And then investigate. I don't, because it's the lowest investigation that I can do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because again, I'm not the best fighter, and I don't really have the cards in my hand. I have a couple cards in my hands I can fight with.
I think I'm gonna probably come do the same thing.
All right, so spend that for 1 action. I'll have to wait on my card that I'm really excited about because it doesn't really make much sense right now. So I am a book of 3. This is a shroud of 2. Let's draw.
Curse.
Oh, God. Curse is what?
Failure. Or -2, sorry.
Okay. is there anything else I could really honestly be doing better than this?
I don't know. Probably not.
No. All right. Draw again.
Oh.
No, that's gonna be
No,
minus
that's
2.
going to be a bad one. That's going to be a failure.
I feel like as successful as that felt last turn, this did not feel.
Yeah, this was not the turn.
That's what you get for saying something out loud.
It's
It's
true.
true.
The bag hears.
The bag knows.
All right, Jeremy, it's your turn.
Jeremy, your turn.
Okay, so I'm just going to move 1, move 2, and I will investigate.
Okay.
I'm still at my 5, and that's a 2, right? For
Mhm.
Shroud.
By the skin of your teeth.
Crappy, but I did it. Good boy, Duke. Good boy. So that's it. That's my 3. Just
All
real
right.
super quick turn.
Alrighty. Enemies with the hunter keyword. I don't believe we have any. Oh, the hisser in the dark is actually hunter. We've been not moving the hisser, so that's gonna.
No, didn't know it was honor.
Oh,
Yeah. So we can either move it to you or me. I'm pretty low on my brain right now, but everybody else is too.
I mean, isn't the hunter? I mean, that's the one where you were going to run around in circles, Richmond, and chase it away.
Oh yeah,
once
that's
it's
true.
engaged with you.
If it engages with me right now,
okay, yeah, it's engaged with Richmond.
Get rid of it next turn.
All right, so then it hits you, so you take a damage and a sanity.
Okay. Ooh, I'm down to 3 sanity.
Alrighty. So that is the enemy phase. Now we do the upkeeps.
Okay.
Alrighty, reset and draw and get a resource.
All right.
Alrighty, and now Doom. Place 1 Doom on the agenda.
We're at 3.
All right, and then grab your encounter.
Does that include having 1, but we have 1 out on a...
Where's it out?
I thought we had 1 on a monster.
It was on a cat. I killed it.
Oh, got it. Okay. Cool.
I've got the Mischief and Chaos Revelation. Test Brain 4. If I fail, choose an asset I control and slowly push it until it falls off the table. If you can't, take 2 damage. Cards that fall off the table in this way are removed from the game. Because it's a cat. It physically hurts. It's a -2.
So take.
I have to get rid of 3 assets, which I can't. So I have to take. So I get rid of my machete, and I take 2 damage.
Ugh.
Oh God.
Unfortunate.
It is indeed.
I have gaze. I hit spacebar again. I hate by accidentally hitting spacebar. Gaze of the Ceiling Cat. Test 5 brain. For each point you fail by, either lose 1 resource or choose and discard 1 card from your hand. All right.
Alrighty.
Each point I fail by. So my brain is 2.
Good luck.
Thanks. I appreciate it. I really can't boost it. Is that a treachery card too?
Yeah.
God, I should have played it, but I didn't. Too bad. -1. So 4.
Yeah, 4. All your resources are gone.
Yeah. Is what it is. That's where we're
Also, you feel really creeped out.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh,
All
crap.
Okay. I've got another estranged cat. So it goes to any empty location. It's the thing you punched super easily last time.
Okay.
And it does have a doom on it for what
Yes,
it's
it
worth.
will have a doom.
Hey, question. That estranged cat thing? Sorry, the stealing cat?
Uh-huh.
Each point that you fail by either lose one resource or choose a card.
Uh-huh.
Can I mix and match?
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
Oh my god. I need at least one resource to be able to move 3 spaces to get rid of
okay.
this.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we want to put this cat back where we had the other one?
It has
for
to
you
be empty,
punch,
though.
TJ?
I'm there.
Oh, right. Oh no. Do you just want to put it back at Slobbertown or whatever and
Yeah,
let it
that's
sit
fine.
there for a minute?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So now we're on Investigator Phase. What are you thinking?
Question. So my thing says I have to enter and leave each place. So the place that I'm in, do I have to re-enter it?
I think you need to make it back there.
Okay. Cool. All right. So for one action and one resource,
Okay.
I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3.
Okay. So you'll take a damage. You'll take the damage from the guy on you
Why?
because you took a move action.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah,
And
so
then I'll move
gotcha.
again to enter
Okay.
Beast Town. So is that a second damage?
Yeah.
You already
did
gave it to
it.
me?
I already did it. Your brain's
Alright,
almost
so
broken.
this goes to the victory display
Yes.
because it's extremely dizzy. Hissers in the dark. And then
So ideally, Richmond,
yes.
if you got that clue,
Uh-huh.
well, no, I can, because between you and I, if we get those 2, that'll give us the 6.
All right.
So I can, but I can do all 3 on my turn, I guess, if I need to. In other words, I can get the 2 and then do the action to. Oh no, but that's in the other location.
Yeah.
Never mind. So I'll have to get the 2 and then move. So.
Right.
Or if you get yeah, we both have to be there. Never mind. I was trying to be clever, and it was not a good look.
I'm going to just exhaust my investments card and
Okay.
put a resource
Sounds good.
because I'm going to need
Resources.
resources there. I'll put a supply on it
Okay.
because I'm going to need resources. That's my turn.
Okay. So I'm going to investigate to try to get these clues. Double check. I'm at 5, and again, this is a 2, right?
Yes.
So.
Auto failure.
Fail.
Are you kidding me? Okay. Well, that's 1, 2.
Less.
But that's
Yep.
okay.
Got it.
And then I guess I'll just do it again and try to.
Okay.
Oh, why am I not?
Oh no, did the mod break? Oh, there it goes. Oh, and you succeeded. Yeah, the mod had to catch up there for a second.
Okay. That's all 3 actions, but between you and I, Richmond, we now have enough clues to deal with the lousy with cats stuff.
Okay. So you and I next turn need to go up to
We need to be there.
Barkham Asylum.
Wait, hold on. Yes, okay. I've got 2 others.
So here's the thing.
My turn.
It's your turn, but the problem is that we're going to hit 4 doom.
Yeah, and it's going to flip over the lousy with cat.
Yeah.
Oh, so that was unnecessary.
If at least one location is lousy with cats, find the one that's furthest from all investigators, flip the card beneath that location, spawn at the location. But we might need those clue tokens later for the next bit. So it's not it's not all for naught.
So I'm gonna
Okay.
take the action at Barkham Asylum to heal my brain.
Hey, while you're doing this, I need to take a quick
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, you do you.
potty break, and then
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Heal my brain, and I think I'm just gonna draw a card and get a resource.
So while he's gone, I have Tennessee Sour Mash.
Mm-hmm.
Uses 2 supplies. It costs 3 to put in play, but I can exhaust it and spend 1 supply, and I get +2 brain for a skill test on a treachery card.
Oh, nice.
But if I
That'd be
discard
useful.
it, then I can discard the card as an action when I fight, and I get +3 punch
Oh, wow.
for the attack, and then it gets discarded.
That'll
So
be useful.
yeah. So basically, I just drank a bunch of whiskey.
Yeah, and just went to town. All right, so we've got an enemy phase. We'll go ahead and do this. Enemy phase. Nobody does anything other than there's a curse going in the bag there. And then we're upkeep. So we reset actions, flip everything back up, gain a card and a resource. And
I have 8
then,
cards, right? That's the
yeah,
max.
8 cards is max. And then 1 doom on the doom encounter. So that is what's going to trigger us. So we'll wait for Jeremy there and see what happens.
Interesting. That's weird. So when it says for lockpicks, if I exhaust lockpicks, I investigate, and then I add my speed value to the skill for the investigation.
Oh, okay.
Which means I would add +4. Is that already to what my book value is?
I believe so.
So I'd be at a 7 investigation.
That's good.
But I need 3 resources to do it, so it's going to take me a little time to get there.
All right. So we have reached the threshold. So investigators at a location. Let's see here. All right. So we flip it over. Boop. Oh, no. I threw it in the trash. There we go. If at least one is Lazo Cap, find it the furthest away and flip it. Reset the agenda deck. So it is
Fueling Hunger. It's a hunter. If you scored some tasty food, which is probably at the place that has 4
the
enemies, the hungry twins have been placated. They curl up happily in a box and fall asleep. Add this enemy to the victory display.
Okay, so they're essentially already spawned on me, which is neat.
And they're +8 health. So
yeah, awesome. All right, so that's that, and then we flip this over.
Oh, sorry.
All right, so there's that. Now we need the everybody gets investigation or a encounter card.
And Jeremy, did you draw a card and take a resource?
I did not.
Okay.
You should.
I will do that.
I have scratching paws.
Ugh.
Test my feet, which is a 2.
Oh no.
It's a skull, which is plenty. So I will take 3 damage. Oh no. No, I'm dead.
Are you really?
What?
I'm dead. The scratching paws got me.
I thought you healed for 3.
I healed my brain.
Oh no.
I was at the
Well,
hospital.
what does that mean?
I'm dead. I'm out.
There's a chance I die right now as well. So
But we keep going. So we keep
yeah, you all keep
without
going.
you. This
I'm
isn't
eliminated. Yep.
Okay. It's not one of those. If an investigator dies,
Yes.
you lose. So.
no, but there's a chance I die on this one.
He's got cats in the mist. He might go crazy right here.
Lord.
I have one. I have one horror. I have to test 3 brain, and I have a base of 2. How many cards can I have?
As many as you want.
Right. So I'll discard that for a plus brain. Do this for a plus brain. Screw it. Tennessee Sour Mash, you're going in. So I'm at a 5 now, and I'm
All
testing
right.
3.
It's a
I think it's
cultist.
-2.
I think it's a -2 as well. It is.
We're
Ooh.
still alive, baby. Still alive. Hey, where did you go to heal 3 brain?
It's gone now. It's only once per game.
Wait, once
And
per
then
game.
you died.
Yep.
Oh, TJ.
The scratchy paws were very scratchy.
Wait, where'd you? Oh,
Barkham.
Was that a location?
Yeah.
Limit once per game. Is that once per game per person or once per game period?
I believe it's once per game per once per game.
I feel like it's once per game, but not per person.
All right, I'm still alive though.
Okay. So for what it's worth, I drew my weakness.
Oh, good.
So I'm now self-destructive. If I do a damage, I take a damage. That's been. I gather this means that there's been 2 actions to discard it.
Oh, so I found for the living card game, it seems to be once per person. Unless it says per group. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to go up there to engage.
To Murder Town, yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to. I found a squirrel.
Squirrel!
You must chase it. Oh Lord, it's this one.
It's the worst one.
It is the worst one because I don't think I have any way. Well, here we go, boys.
Have you
I've
sung
got-
Cats in the Mist to the Dune of Dust in the Wind yet? I don't think you did.
Dust in the wind. If also it's Strangers in the Night, by the way.
Yeah, he was doing
Oh my!
Strangers in the Night.
It's all. That's definitely the real horror. Is everything is Strangers of the Night. Okay, so I've got a 2 evade. I need a 4. So
Get that
let's see what
squirrel.
happens.
Get that squirrel.
Well, that's a bless is a +2, right?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, so I got it.
Well, here's the
Got
best
that
news.
squirrel. I'm gonna rip its throat open.
Here's the best news. We're starting the investigation phase.
And there's no more lousy with cats.
And there's no more lousy with cats yet.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Let me flip it.
Oh, you broke it.
I got it. You have forced the Order's paw, and now their true master, the Prowling Chaos, has emerged. Can you even hope to stop this awful creature?
Probably not.
Set aside Meowfletep enemy at a central location of your choice. For each Meowcat enemy in play, attach that enemy face down to Meowfletep. Now Meowfletep is the one who is lousy with cats. Advance to Act 2A and Agenda 2A.
God.
There must be a way to destroy that cat abomination for good. Maybe catnip, a cardboard box, a length of string. Spend 1 clue, deal 2 damage to an enemy at your location, or 1 damage without provoking attacks of opportunity. Objective: if Meowfletep is defeated, advance.
Well, I got a lot of clues.
It's true.
The prowling chaos treads upon the earth once more. Its hiss shakes the foundations of the city. Its screech shatters windows and rends living creatures whole. Its purr, its purr is pretty adorable, but everything else is really bad.
All right, let me grab Meowfletep.
What the heck is going on here?
The thing's
Oh
horrifying.
my gosh.
So we put it at one central location, and we need to attach this cat to it. It is now the one that is lousy with cats.
So wait, that's the only one that's like that?
Yeah, we got rid of all the ones that are meowsks.
Yeah.
Right. So it has a health of 9.
No, it has a health of 12.
You're dead.
Nope, I'm still a player.
Okay.
Really? That doesn't seem quite. That does
Yep.
not seem quite
Yep.
fair.
All right. So, and
Well, no, it's actually. So if I'm reading that, it means it's
13,
4
yeah.
per player. So it's 13.
so it's 13. How many clues do you have?
I've got 5, I believe.
It's
So
actually more
10.
than that. It's actually 4 times 3, so 12, and then plus 1 per investigator, so it's 15. It's 15 health because it has an extra Meowsk attached to it.
It's not. It's plus 1 per investigator per Meowsk. Okay, and can we get rid of that Meowsk?
No, it's there. He's lousy with cats now.
So that's just.
Okay.
All right, guys. Investigator turn. Let's do it. I'm dead.
Andy's a hunter.
Yeah, he's going to chase y'all down.
So I wish this thing wasn't here.
Like in the game, I wish that too.
No. So listen. The problem is I need to get away from him.
Need to run away.
Because he's gonna go one space away, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna use one move. All right. Let's think about this. So I have one of my cards, Jeremy, is I spend 2 resources, and for the remainder of my turn, whenever I enter a location, I deal 3 damage to an enemy at that location.
Okay.
So that can be 3 damage there. So I need at least 2 resources. I only have 1 right now. I can go to the boneyard, or I could go to the boneyard, and I can test my speed, which is already 4, and try and get rid of that stubborn cat, and then
Yeah, that's a lot of damage right there potentially.
mine it for clues. What's your health's not good, is it?
It's 5. I haven't taken any damage yet.
Yeah, I'm also at 5. We need to at least be one space. There needs to be one space between us and him so he doesn't attach. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Because he's going to move one space towards whoever's closest.
I see.
So let me. One of us probably needs to go to the boneyard. The other one can probably go to Barkham City Pound.
Okay, I can go there.
Okay. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and then I will try and do the stubborn cat. And I will discard. I'll discard this all in. So my speed's a 6, and I'm testing a speed of 4. So we're good there.
Great.
So Lousy Cat is gone. Does it get discarded?
Yeah, I got it. I'll take care of it.
And that is my turn.
And for what it's worth, I've got a fair number of cards that I'll add to my strength for a fight, like a lot.
Okay.
So if I need, remind me. So damage works how now? So if I spend,
So you would just do a skill test, And anything that adds a bonus damage will add bonus damage. Otherwise, it's 1 damage per attack.
Okay. So if I add like, let's see, not to give too much away here, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have enough cards to add 5 to my fight.
So yeah, that would be. You're talking about like the fist symbols. Yeah, that just means you
Yeah,
have
the
a better
fist symbol.
chance of. That just means you have a better success rate.
Okay.
That doesn't do extra damage.
That doesn't do extra damage. Okay. Oh, but okay.
Some of them will if you use them.
And you're almost gonna be at a
Some
better.
of them do extra damage.
Yes.
By spending your clues, you're gonna have a better shot.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just working through the mechanics. Some of those cards do extra damage, but I don't know that it's worth it. Okay. I'm gonna move to the Barkham City Pound. You ain't nothing but a pound dog.
TJ, remind me, if he engages first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's the ball of yarn. So if he engages first, and then I come in and attack later, will it engage with me?
No, it will stay engaged with him. But the problem is that if you fail your attack, you'll do damage to him.
It does. It hurts me. Yeah.
All right.
It's a
So
risk Richmond's willing to take.
no, what I'm getting at is, what's his health?
15.
Okay. If his health is 15, I have 1 clue, which is worth 2, right?
If
Yes.
you take a retaliation.
Oh, I have to take a retaliation when we play the clue?
Yeah, that's why it gives you the option for the second to not be retaliated against.
Or 1 damage. Okay, I see. Because I have a thing where if I enter the space, I can attack for it. Automatically attacks for 3.
Mm-hmm.
But on the retaliation, he just automatically hits me.
No. It's the attack of opportunity. If you do anything other than he doesn't have retaliation, he has. It would be an attack of opportunity because you're taking an action that's not fight or evade. When you're spinning those clues.
Okay. So if I spent the clue for 2, he would attack?
Yes.
And I would automatically take the damage?
Yes.
Okay. The problem is I have 1 sanity left.
Yeah.
And he hits for 2 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Has Jeremy done all of his turn?
Oh no, I haven't. I only moved. I'm sorry. You guys have been talking
No,
through
you're
that.
fine. You have 2 left.
Okay, I've got 2 left. That whole yarn thing doesn't really matter anymore. So I guess I will investigate to potentially get some clues. So I've got a 5. It's a 3. That's
got it.
enough. I guess I'll do that again.
Sure.
Just to have a bunch of clues.
Yep.
And I got it again. Okay, so that's me. And I've got 7 clues. In my reserve there.
All right. Richmond.
All right, just hear me out on this. I mean, that I've already taken a turn, but hear me out on this. Because he's a hunter, he takes the nearest path, right?
Yeah.
So there's 2 spaces between us either way, right?
Uh-huh.
So technically, him going here is just as good as him going here.
Uh-huh.
So I can move him here and then skirt this way and still create space.
Sure.
Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Making sure. All right. All right, let's do it up. What's first thing
Okay.
on investigate enemies with the hunter keyword? Move towards the nearest investigator, and that duder goes with them. Each engaged enemy attacks. We have no engaged enemies, and then we reset actions. Flip many cards. Flip. Draw a card. Up a resource.
I went ahead and put the Doom on for the next ping.
Thank you. And check our hand size. So
And then so now it's Doom. I already did it, and everybody draw on a counter card.
Oh, I forgot the encounter card.
Ugh. This isn't too bad.
Investigator nearest to a card that is lousy with cats. So that's going to be me.
Yep.
It's a hunter. It's a
Yep.
rodent killer.
And then the estranged cat will go somewhere that
Mhm.
is empty. So I assume probably somewhere like there or up here. Probably up here.
Yeah. Put it there.
Oh,
Doom.
Jeremy. You're the only one keeping us alive.
Yeah, don't rely on that to keep going.
So I can't move without it attacking me, correct?
Correct.
It's going to attack me for 1 and 1.
Yeah.
So I have to face it right now.
Yes. Alrighty. Go investigator turn.
Okay, Richmond.
I guess I have to fight it, right?
You can always try and evade it.
And that would just leave it there.
That just leaves it exhausted there.
The speed is 4.
It speeds 3.
I mean, I'm just as good either way. I mean, but if I hit it, yeah, it's a hunter too. I guess I'll try and evade it.
Okay.
If I fail evading it, what happens?
Nothing. You just don't evade it.
So I can attempt to evade it 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
Success.
Deal 1 damage to enemies whose location you enter this round.
What's that?
I was reading your ability that goes with that too. So
Oh yeah.
So in theory, you could run up and go kill the estranged cat or do 1 damage to Malalphatep with your ability.
Where's the estranged cat? Up here? Oh yeah, I'll just do that then.
Okay.
So I'm up here. That was my 1 action.
That's your second action, right?
What was? Oh, I
Moving.
evaded it. Yeah.
Evade, move, and move.
Yeah, and then I go to Beast Town. That's my final action.
Okay. All right.
Jeremy too.
Jeremy.
I feel like I'm delaying the inevitable.
So if I have 2 one-handed weapons and I take a fight action, do they both
Depends on what
add
they
to the
are.
fight?
It depends on what they say.
So like I've got, okay, so here's this, for example. I've got these 2. I've got another cleaver. Nope.
So no, they won't stack because as you see that it says like you use the action on them to do the fight.
Yeah.
So you're using it.
Okay. Okay. Ooh. I put those back in my hand.
If you just hover over them and press 1, you'll get them.
Oh, right. Okay. I try to decide if I need to spend the resources to do that, but I think it's probably better to use them as the thing. I mean, other than I can hang out here and get some more clues. I've got. I mean, I don't have enough to do anything to it without dying.
Right. I mean, you could go. You'd have to start in it and then essentially punch evade, but the evade's
And
3,
then
so you don't know if you're gonna.
And yeah, my evade is super crappy. Let's see, he's there.
Again, I think we're just delaying the inevitable.
Yeah. Well, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move a little closer.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm gonna draw a card because maybe I'm gonna have something that allow me to evade. And I discard down at the end of the round, right?
Yeah.
So not immediately. What is this? Okay. That was utterly unhelpful. I mean, so what's our path to victory here?
Kill Meowfatep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then what is my? I mean, I'm not a terrible fighter, but I don't know that just going into an actual fight.
I mean, I think that's the way you're gonna have to do it: is fight, and then evade.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me do this. So that's one action. If I go here to get a second for my second action and then investigate, he's going to engage with me, right?
Correct.
Or he's going to hunt me next round.
Yes.
Yep.
And he's just going to do damage.
Yes.
After he engages with him at the end of this round, he will do damage.
So he'll hunt him, and once he occupies the same location as him, the next step is him to do damage.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, if I wait for him, that gives me more opportunity to hurt him next round before I run away. Otherwise, it's like run in, do a thing, and then run away.
Yeah,
Right.
You're just gonna take 1 damage, or you're gonna take 2 damage to brain.
Jeez. You know what? We're gonna have to be bold.
All right.
I'm gonna try to get another clue token from where I am. I do it. So that is my third action.
Okay. Now we've got the hunter.
And
so he will now move towards Jeremy.
And engage.
And engages with Jeremy. Do your threat. Oh, they stacked apparently. No.
so I'm gonna use my ally. After succeeding at that skill check, I'm gonna spend my dog treat and heal a sanity.
Okay. Alrighty.
Wait, did I take? I don't know that I set these numbers to my.
You did.
I did. Did I take
Yeah.
a sanity hit and not remember?
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, now you're gonna get punched for 2 and take 2 brain damage. Okay. All right, that's that. Everybody reset actions. Ready. Draw a card. Get a resource. We're gonna place a doom. Go ahead and do that. Did that. Now everybody get themselves a encounter.
Okay, and I gotta discard some cards here. What's that?
Fuck me.
Yeah, go and flip it. Another rodent killer.
All right.
It's Jeremy. Yep. Jeremy now has the
Myth-
rodent killer engaged with him too.
What?
Why does it go to him?
Is-
Oh no, it's Jeremy. It engages with you. Sorry, that's if it had a
Okay.
choice.
Oh,
The prey is if it had a choice,
gotcha.
but it still spawns on you. All right, Jeremy, what's yours?
Okay, I've got that stupid push a card off the table thing. So, but I don't have anything, so I'm gonna probably lose my cleaver here. What does that mean?
-2.
Yeah.
-2.
Okay.
And if you fail, place one of your
So-
clues on your location.
Oh.
I did it for you.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're gonna lose your
And-
cleaver.
So it's out of the game, and then this is gone, right?
Yeah, discard it.
Yeah. Oh Lord. Well, that wasn't helpful.
No. All right. You guys have got friends.
So here's the problem. That there's only one. If this rodent killer had not come up, I would have been able to deal 6 damage to
Meowthotep.
Meowthotep for nothing.
But now there's a cat.
I'll evade.
All right.
Its evade is at a 3. And I'll use this. I'll discard that, so it's a 5. Or I guess I'm a 6 for a 3. Didn't need it. Little
He's
waste.
evaded.
All right. Yeah. All right. Ooh. Let's think about this. That spin the thing is an action, right?
The spin the yeah.
Trying to think. That's my next.
I'm not sure how this. I'm not sure how this is gonna work.
All right. I'm gonna draw a card. I mean, it's not going anywhere, and I'm not really doing anything by. I'm gonna draw a card and take a resource. Well, let's see what my card is first, I guess. It's useless. Card. Okay. You're up, Jeremy.
Okay. So if I spend one clue, it gets to attack me, right? If I do the 2 damage.
Yeah, if you do the 2 damage.
So my best bet is to spend 2 clues for 2 damage and then run away.
Yeah, and evade.
Yep.
Jesus. Okay, well, let's do it.
I mean, if you don't evade, then we lose.
Okay, well.
All right, it's got its 2 damage. Let's see that evade.
Do you have anything to affect the your run?
I've got nothing. My card draws have all been punch. So I don't think this is going to go well, guys.
Let's see it.
But here we go.
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, -2.
All right, Jeremy is dead.
I've gone insane.
Oh, I'm still alive. Oh.
But I did 2 damage. Slapped him
Yeah.
around a little bit. before
no.
before I went Richmond.
Oh, but does he engage on me now?
Not now. He's at where Jeremy was. He's over here at
But at the
Tailside.
end, but at the end, he's gonna hunt,
Yeah, he's gonna hunt.
and then he's gonna attack.
Yeah. Yep. That's
It's
what's
game
happening
over.
right now.
It's game
He
over.
hunts and he punches you.
We're all cats
All right, hang
in
on.
the wind.
All right, so
Okay, so that's the first of the 9 games, right? We get 8 other attempts at this. No, wait, we're
Yeah.
dogs, not cats. Never mind.
Oh, we are. Yeah, that's correct.
all right, hang on. So we go to the end here.
Oh, is there a thing to read?
There is a thing. If
Like, I
resolution-
feel like this clearly was not even possible. This was the real April Fool's joke.
Each investigator
That,
resigned or was defeated. Proceed to resolution 2. It's the end of all dog kind. The apocalypse. It's a real catastrophe, an absolute cataclysm. I'll see myself out.
Unbelievable. I mean, that was for the games that we've played. That's been the most difficult one.
That was very
That was,
difficult.
I mean, he only had one. Now, granted, we lost a person, which didn't help.
No.
But in terms of how strong he was, he only had the one card, which was not bad.
Yeah, we did
Right.
extremely
So-
well.
He was almost as weak as he possibly could have been.
Yeah.
And I just don't see. I mean, said all my card draws were useless for the things that I was trying to do. I had like 18 fists, but no evade, no
nothing.
brain, nothing else to be able to change out of my skill test. Skill checks.
All of my bulletproof vest was still there. I had a ton of stuff that my switchblade, my weapons were still in my deck. So there's nothing that really came out.
Well, it's Lovecraft. You're supposed to lose to the monster in the end.
That's fair.
It was a catastrophe, I swear.
Oh my god.
Unapologetic about these jokes.
They wanted us to lose that just so we would have to read all of those terrible, terrible puns.
Yeah.
Ah.
So your first Arkham experience? I say your first Arkham the card game.
I like the game. I mean, that does encourage me to actually get into the real thing.
I think you would really like the introductory series of things.
We've only got the core box. I know there's a bunch of other expansions.
There's a good amount in that core box.
Yeah, that core box is good. That core box is good.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I'll give it a shot, and I'll feel better
sure.
about it. I'm sure than I do about this.
About this one.
It's fun. I'll have to say though, for what it's worth, they didn't make the game a joke for it being based off of a joke, right?
Yeah.
Like we didn't just run through the thing.
No.
And have a waste of time. Like we lost, which makes you want to play it again to try to do better next time.
Yeah.
So
that was
a joke game. It was pretty hard.
We got for the most part, we got 3 hours out of it. I definitely think it was worth. And we're probably TJ and I on our own will probably try and run through it again.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Or with you if you'd like to join us, but not just cutting you out. But
clearly I know who was the problem dog in this scenario.
It was me. I didn't do anything.
Boof, boof, boof.
But you're getting your money's worth for sure.
For sure.
Just for that.
Yeah.
But
it wasn't just a joke. So there was some
it was actually a developed thing.
Right. Yeah. Right. With ridiculous art and puns. So that was fun, guys.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on.
So we'll do that again sometime.
Yeah, absolutely.
Be happy to. As for us, or for you, Jeremy, where can people find you, and what do you have going on?
You can find us anywhere you download podcasts. You stream your podcast from Blue Pig, Pink Pig, or at
The Pirate Bay.
bluepigpinkpig.com. I personally, no, it's about the Pirate Bay. What are you talking about? That's a bad place. You can find me on Twitter at Pyranoir, Pyranoir. I'm trying to think if there's anything we have got going on. We've got some good, interesting bonus episodes coming up, so watch for those streams.
Is there a Discord hangout on Sunday? Is that right?
We got our Google Hangout this coming Sunday, where we will, if you have participated in the Blue Pig Pink Pig trivia, we'll be drawing some names and prizes on Sunday night. Or if you just want to come and hang out and make fun of us, we're very open to that.
Sounds good.
Stop nodding, TJ. So that'll be Sunday. But to that point, we do have a Discord now. And actually, it's been a lot of fun. I've been playing much more active, by which I mean at all active, in the Discord, our Discord channel that I've been on our other social media platforms. So you can come hang out with us in Discord and chat and talk horror movies or whatever else your little heart's desire.
Yeah.
It's all there.
Yeah.
I've been hanging out there pretty much all week.
Yeah, I've been trying to be good and not keep it on during work hours, but it did stay on during work hours today, and I at least lurked for the day.
My computer pings about every 3 seconds. So
yeah, it's a mess. So anyways, but that was fun. Congratulations on Brandbeard and your horrific mascot.
Beardy.
Yeah, that's like what my daughter, when she was little and she had a stuffed animal, if it was gray, it would be gray. If it was fuzzy, it'd be fuzzy.
Fuzzy.
And you just have a beard named
Beard.
Beardy.
Yeah.
So congratulations on being just like a kindergartner.
Well, here's the
name.
point where I just press the mute button on Green Peg in Discord, and
I know.
I mean,
that's
he's got a 6-year-old. I've got a 2-year-old. So I think that's pretty much what we can say.
That's, you know what? I had not considered that you are actually smack dab in the middle of that world.
Yep.
So I should maybe give you a little bit more credit.
So
I've got a sassy 15-year-old. So anyway, well, that was fun, guys.
yeah.
But speaking of work, I do have to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
we will
duck out.
We will sign off. We've got List Scuffs tomorrow at 9/8 Center with Lance Mikester and David Waybright. And next week it's Lockup, a role player tale with our buddy Tim Vernon. He's going to come by.
Nice.
So
come by and play with us.
Okay.
Hang out.
So
Okay,
that's it. So we'll see you all. We'll see you all tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Okay.
See
Good
ya.
night, guys.
Adios.